Hey everyone, this is Southern Fried Chat again, here with Jeffrey, the man, the Aeon, the plumber, the myth, and some would say legend. He's doing great work on all platforms, particularly Instagram and Reddit. We are lucky to have him on our side. I'm going to go and get right into it. Give me a breakdown of what led you to SPX 6900.
I guess a breakdown. I mean, well, from the beginning, I guess entering crypto. The reason for entering crypto is to, try and hedge against traditional investments, right? So, like, that's why I kind of came into crypto. And, you look at, you start with Bitcoin and, you find Ethereum and Solana and XRP, and then you go down the whole utility, list and things like that. Um, but honestly, just in the sense of wanting to, find a better investment, a long-term investment in crypto, kind of just led me to it. Um,
When did
but
you
yeah,
get started in crypto? What year was that?
dude, it was like April 20, it was like the date was like April 26, 2024.
So you're very
Well,
new
so
to it.
so
Okay.
I bought Bitcoin in like 2019,
Oh, okay, okay,
right? But I
gotcha.
but I didn't like, I didn't pay attention, and I kind of just had it, sold it,
Gotcha.
like I bought it at like 9 and went down to 6 and I sold it.
Ah,
I
shit,
kind of just
yeah,
had a little bit, and
yeah.
to be honest with you, I was like watching Alex Jones, and he was talking about Bitcoin, right? And my brother had told me about like Bitcoin and things like that, because
Yeah.
he was kind of like an XRP guy,
Okay.
right? Like the
Hmm.
cryptocurrency and things like
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
So he kind of led me into like the whole of digital, currency and things like that. So I was like, there's something to this, right? So um, but yeah, I started in 2019. I sold Bitcoin, right away, and then I
Gotcha.
came back when Solana was around like $20 or something.
No,
I don't
that's a
even
good
know
time.
what that
Yep.
was. I don't even know when that was. Like, what year was that?
Well, it
Wasn't
went.
too long ago,
Yeah, it
right?
was 2022. It went to that, and then 2023. It was around that for a while. Yeah.
So maybe it was like 2023.
Okay.
I bought it at like $20, whatever it was, but I
Gotcha.
only put like $500 in, right?
Sure. Sure.
So I come back, like I just hodl Solana,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And I come back to crypto and I'm like, let me see what's going on, and it's like at 150 or something, whatever, like that 2024 and
Right.
early 2024, something like that, I
Yeah.
think, because that's like the timeline I started. So then that kind of led me into April where I was like, oh man, so like I got to start getting, I got to pay attention, right? Is what I
Hmm.
said, right? Like I came into crypto, like I got to make a better investment, right, for the future. And I pretty much missed something,
Hmm.
right? Because I was like, man, if I would have just like been paying attention or been able to put more into Solana or whatever, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
so then I found out like, man, I gotta, start going into it a little bit more. So I did, and then that was in April, and I ended up being like a turbo holder.
Okay. Yeah. I remember.
Um,
Yeah. Turbo. Yep.
so I got in like right before it ran up in May, but I stopped looking at the chart. I wasn't a chart guy, right? That's not why I entered crypto, right? Like I wasn't trying to trade, so
Yeah.
I just entered turbo. I was like, oh, watching guys on YouTube and whatever. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I bought it,
Yep.
and I come back like just before I guess like the market started pumping at the end of 2024, right? I just held it, didn't even look at it, kind of, and came back, and then it was like still down, back to where it was. And I was looking at the chart, and I was like, oh man, like I probably should have sold it and like
Yeah.
held
Yeah.
it and like did the trading thing, right?
Yeah.
But then I ended up running into SPX um, when it was like going crazy in
Yeah.
October, November, whatever it was, and I was like, man, this is like a scam now, like
Yeah.
because like the line
Understandable.
on the
It looks crazy.
the percentage was like, what the hell is this, like SPX6900? Like I was like, all right, and so I was like, whatever, I'll look into it when I get back home. But when I saw it, I actually looked at the website because I was like the normie,
Yeah.
coming in,
Uh-huh.
right? I was like, hey, let me check the website, kind of like Audacious was talking about. He was
Hmm.
checking
He's
the,
like, what the fuck is this?
on Coin Market Cap, right, about me.
Yep.
But so I look at the website and it has like the picture of Elon and just like the funny ass headlines, and I'm like, and it has
Yeah.
the Genesis video, right? So
Hmm.
funny story about that, right? So the first time I watched the Genesis video on the website, I'm
Well,
like
that
watching this.
you did it exactly the way you're supposed to.
That's exactly how you're supposed to, right? They literally pulled me in, and I was like, okay, let me go to the website, right? So I watched the Genesis video, and I'm like trying to like really pay attention, right, and like understand like
What
what
the
this
fuck
what
is
this
this?
coin is. Like I'm trying to make like a smart investment, right? Like trying to be smart and shit. And then it's like it starts like talking about like advanced blockchain cryptography token. And I'm like, okay, all right, this sounds pretty good. Like stock market in the coin. Okay, I can see that tech. And then it starts going like complete like different language, bro. And I'm like, holy shit, I just got fucking meme to shit. And I'm like, I gotta look into this coin. And then I was just laughing.
Yeah,
And I go to, I look into SPX on Twitter, and I see Murad's token 2049, right? And
yeah, yeah,
I'm able to like, understand what crypto is a little bit better and kind of
yeah,
see it in a perspective where I'm like, okay, like, I can understand this. Like, I understand like businesses and things like that. And so like this makes plenty of sense, right? Like
yeah,
on crypto Twitter, all you see is people trying to sell you their fucking bags, right? So it's
yeah.
like, why wouldn't these big companies just be doing that?
Exactly.
It's what
Yeah.
they're doing. They're trying to take over the space, right? So,
Yep.
kind of help me understand that and go down like the meme coin, right? Like
Yeah.
his list, right? His list of like communities, right? So, and SPX was there, and I was like, okay, well, whatever. So,
So you started out, you were like kind of a list guy, is what I was kind of that way too. Did you buy a little bit of
I
everything?
nah, bro. I just bought his list.
Okay.
I just bought SPX. I was like, all
Gotcha.
right, cool.
Okay.
Top 10. Let me just buy the top one.
Yeah, that makes
Like
sense. Yeah.
obviously, like guy seems pretty fucking smart on here. Like seems like he knows what he's talking about. Um, I did have Giga for a little bit, but I was holding it, and I
Yeah.
just was like, I'm not. I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. I just kind of bought it because it was on his
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
nothing about them. I just never
Yeah.
kind of went down the Giga hole, but.
Yeah.
But I do love like all the communities and stuff. I think it's really cool seeing like kind of SPX lead the way in a sense, and
Yeah.
like, people kind of following like, all right, this is how it has to be done, I guess. Like look at these,
Yeah. I mean, you could see that, and
yeah,
like Giga had the truck. I don't know if you saw that. The Giga did
no,
the truck in Vegas. And I was
oh really?
like
I
after
didn't
we
see
did
that.
it, I was like,
Oh really?
I
It's not
mean,
not even like in a sense of like that. It's almost just like and like because even like when I'm on Reddit, right? I like I've seen someone chilling a garbage shit coin and talking
like,
about there's no chart. I
oh
swear.
yeah, yeah, you see that too. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and it's like,
I've seen a lot
okay,
like
and it's
that.
like, it's like all community, and everyone's talking about like diamond handedness and long term, and it's all about meme coins. They're talking about these things, right? And you didn't see that in 2024 when everyone's talking about investing meme coins. They weren't talking about being a long term holder in a meme coin, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when they're shilling you, they're not like, oh, this is a long
No.
term like meme coin. Like they were like, all right, let's pump, get in. This is a good entry type of thing. And now you get into here, not even the end of the year, and it's like I'm seeing all these things on Reddit, like all these new coins talking about the same things that SPX has been talking
Yeah,
about since
yeah,
day
you're
one.
right. You're
So
right. That
it's
really
just
has.
interesting to
Yeah,
see. I only thought about that the other day when I was on Reddit, and I
yeah.
was like, man, I've seen this a lot. Like,
It kind of it annoys me a little bit because I'm like, I feel like they're copying our themes like a little too much. They're going a little too hard
well,
on it.
yeah, well, it's just kind of like, if anything, it's just like a compliment.
Yeah,
And
that's how I should think about it. I shouldn't get
yeah,
annoyed, but I kind of do sometimes.
but it's almost like the market understands like
Yeah,
what needs a community coin needs to be essentially, right, or
yeah,
whatever you want to call it, right, a pure belief asset needs to be like, and it's just interesting to kind of come to that when I was like, doing
yeah.
my whatever.
And I've seen a lot of like, there was house coin, let's flip the housing market. There's this coin, let's
Yeah,
flip this thing. That's a similar type thing.
yeah.
I think those are all fun narratives, and I don't know for so why do you so you bought it, but what made you stick with it, I guess, is what I'm wondering.
I mean, honestly, when I saw like it was, when I saw the things on Twitter, it was like, 69T, there is no chart, um, you know, just everything you see, persist forever, stop trading and believe in something. It was just like, oh, like this is what I'm looking for. Like I'm
Yeah.
looking for the next Bitcoin. I'm looking to invest in something
Yes.
and not have to fucking worry about like a fucking whatever, you know, like,
Dude, yeah, I
and
don't like. It's
you
such
know,
a
so
simple
that's
thing. People lose sight of
yeah.
that. It's
Yeah,
so
not to like
obvious.
say, not to say it's the next Bitcoin, but you know, in a sense of like a crypto investment that's going to do well, you know, like a new one, you
But
know,
there's
and like
people in
I
the
can beat the
community.
market.
There's people in the community that actually believe that, and that's a big deal. People in other communities, none of them believe any of that. You know,
Right? No, absolutely.
so
Yeah.
they're just wanting a short term pump. We're actually trying
Right.
to build something that lasts. That's the main thing. You know.
Yeah, and like that's what I'm trying to invest in crypto for. You know, I'm not trying to be a crypto trader, right? I'm trying to
Right.
be a crypto investor. So it's not,
Yes.
you know, but you know, it's
Yeah.
just
So that's that the culture was appealing to you. It sounds like.
yeah. I mean, and then it's just like you know the silly stuff you see and like the way they handle everything, and it's just like you know kill 'em with love and just literally everything about the community, you know, the ethos behind it, the spirituality, like, um, you know, it kind of aligns with, you know, why I left, you know, I guess coaching or something like, you know, coaching because it was like, you know, it was like 2019, right? And I went down like the rabbit hole or whatever of like world and life and stuff, right? So I'm like, I don't even want to be a coach anymore because I don't want to recruit these kids to come to school. I don't even want them to go to college and waste their time in college, right? So that was like where my mindset was. And I'm like, how can I be a college coach anymore and like be like, hey, you should come to college and spend this fucking money, you know, and
Yeah.
get it, you know, whatever, right? Because I didn't really believe in that anymore, right? And so, you know, that, you know, kind of, you know, led me down to just, you know, obviously changing my different career, but just that, you know, my feeling towards that, like I don't want to be that person to like, you know, just have anybody do something I wouldn't believe in, right? And
Yeah. That makes sense.
so
I didn't know
just like
you were a college. What kind of coach?
uh college basketball coach.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
It's
Yeah.
it's funny it's
Interesting.
funny too because I actually I was just you know kind of on Twitter, right? And I saw some guy liked one of my tweets and I went on his profile and he graduated from a school that I was familiar with or whatever, right? And it was
Yeah.
like in 2021 or whatever. And I DM'd him and I was like, "Hey man, you've been DCing SPX or whatever?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm good friends with Matt Beck." And
Ah, cool.
I was like, "Oh, cool, man. Yeah, like
Yeah.
perfect, you know." And you know, it's just kind of funny in that sense, you know, because I decided to like I felt like a connection with him because of my past, right?
Right.
And we're actually connected because of the
Yeah.
present.
That's awesome.
Isn't
That's
that
so
crazy?
crazy.
You know? Yeah,
You wouldn't find. You know. That's what I love about the community. There's so many connections.
yeah, man.
It's unlike anything else.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's awesome to hear that. Um, um, so, right out of the gate, did you decide I'm going to focus on SPX, like try to go hard on it, or were you more casual with it? Because you go pretty hard on it now. Like, so what got you
Um,
there?
I mean, I was always kind of like just like trying to learn, right? Because I wanted to understand really. I love like I think having notifications on for like all the OGs and like
Okay,
all the great posters of SPX, right? Like, well, I think that's like super important, right? Because you like just you see things that you wouldn't see, right, on the timeline.
was Tans included in that? I'm assuming, and folks like
Yeah,
that.
Tans, you know, Mung,
Yeah.
Bath, um, you know, Munchies was on there.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Brian, right? Brian Base. I would just always copy pasta his tweets. I just
gotcha.
remember, you know, he would always have ones that I'm like, oh, cool. I'm just gonna copy pasta that because it's like the perfect tweet. You know what I'm saying? But
I love the copy pasta. It's not. I see random ones. I'm like, that's perfect for that. We'll do that.
right, yeah,
Yeah,
I love when everyone does them too.
yeah. It's
But
fun.
just like being able to like kind of watch them and learn from them and like their thought process and where they were coming from, kind of obviously built my conviction on what was going on within the community in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean honestly I don't even have like Murad notifications on,
Well,
you know, because
yeah.
I'm gonna see him anyway and it's always, you know, posted in the Telegram or whatever the
Mm-hmm.
raid chat or something. So it's just like um
Murad posts are like a ritual. Honestly, it's just like let's go raid the shit out of
oh
it,
yeah, yeah,
and
it's like all
that's
right here, yeah.
okay. Cool.
Heart, retweet, comment, all right, next, you know. But you know, like Mike Flip the Stocks and like, you know, Creatine and like all these guys that I just like, you know, start finding and turn notifications on,
Creatine,
right?
yeah, creatine
You
really
know,
blew up. Yeah,
and
Mike
it's just
sort of,
like it's almost like all this information you're just able to start learning, right?
yeah,
Because you're just like curating like your daily news feed. essentially, you know, like
Yes.
it's kind of what you're doing. So in a sense, for me, it's definitely helped me like learn a lot about SPX and the state of crypto in general, right? Just from being around the community and like watching and you click on something that they commented in, you go read everything, right? And things like that and kind of like really do your research on stuff and learn because, we're out here still flipping the stock market, but
Yeah.
we still got to learn a little bit on the way, I think. So
Oh
that was
yeah.
a big point for me at the beginning. I was a big
Absolutely.
like reposter. Maybe I'm kind of started as more of a reply guy maybe instead of like an actual poster. Just because like even like I see now, like you were talking about the the new Eon using ChatGPT to use make comments, and it's like I understand that because I've done that a little bit, and it's only because it's hard to phrase what you're trying to say.
Yeah, I
Um,
wasn't trying to be mean. It was just some of them
no,
were
no, I
like
know, yeah,
some were extremely long and extremely obviously
right. No, of
ChatGPT.
course not. Yeah, no, you're not trying to be mean.
I was just poking fun. I wasn't trying to be
No,
mean.
of course we're being silly goofy,
Yeah.
but it's it's just like I understand it because it's hard, to
Yeah.
like put down your thoughts. Like you're just trying to, click, 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 and you're trying to get good post in or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so,
And the one thing I'll say, not everybody needs to be like a wordsmith. I like some that are
right,
just
yeah.
like fucking retarded, just something stupid. It's fun.
hmm
So
Bro, I
yeah,
miss the S&P to 500, bro. I'm sad he's taking a break right now.
yeah. He's a good example of
Yeah,
that. I do like his
yeah,
post a lot. They're
yeah.
very creative, and the video he's
Oh
making,
my God,
yeah.
I
His
love him, bro.
my meme videos are extremely lazy. His are like not lazy at all. So I do
Bro, it's all
appreciate
good.
those.
Any kind of video is good, it all just sits on the internet.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. I did. Yeah. I'm like or any of my memes are usually just weird image, believe in something, throw the logo on there, call it
that's
a
it.
day.
The spinning logo, call it a day.
It's something.
No, but that's good though because it's like the nostalgia and like the simplicity memes that pop up on people's feed all the time, and it's like that's
Yeah.
kind of even how
Instagram
like
inspired that, to be honest. Instagram, that's like all it
right, yeah,
is.
yeah,
There's little
yeah,
dumb
yeah,
little
yeah.
things with
I guess that
words.
I guess that's where I got it. I guess that's where I'm thinking of it from, being on Instagram and because even like I do that, like I'll remix a post, and it's
Hmm.
so easy to like remix the post on Instagram and like
Yeah.
it's just like oh okay,
Yeah, I
I don't
don't
know
think
why.
you don't need to think about it too much. It's like it's throwaway stuff, anyways. It's you see it
Yeah, yeah,
once,
yeah,
it's over, you know.
yeah, yep, yep,
But I do think his are actually creative and good, though. So I do appreciate that from him.
yeah, for sure. But
Um,
you've been killing it on Instagram, bro. To be honest.
well, thank you.
You're out there raiding when can all the time, bro. Posting
I don't
daily,
know why I
multiple
said that.
times.
I said that
That's
one
the
time and I
best,
just
man.
kept saying it.
Yeah, I know. It's the best though.
I think I know why. No, I do know why I started doing it because I'd always see everybody say "raid hard as fuck," all the time. I'd be like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
rude. I would say "raid when can."
Just when you get a second, when you get a second, click on it.
I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Raid
Sometimes,
hard. Do it now.
yeah. Sometimes you need that passion though.
Yeah, no, I do like that too. I think it's funny.
Sometimes you need to get the fire under you.
Yeah. I do like that too. There's this
How,
really funny Murad meme of him like the Die Hard poster. Like Bruce Willis standing there with
yeah, yeah, yeah.
the World Trade Center. And it's got Murad right there.
Of course.
It says "Raid Hard" or something like
I think I
that.
seen that like when I
A
first saw it.
Murad story or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think an Apu guy made it.
Oh really?
Yeah, it was funny as shit.
I love the Murad memes, honestly. Like it's just even I make a couple. I've made one. I love the one I made, honestly.
I,
It's just like him screaming like 100B 1 trillion, and it's like all the eons like oh 69T bro, like who is this guy, like what's his,
I don't think I've
just
seen that one. That sounds funny.
yeah.
There's
It's
an
it's a very basic like style like Canva meme, but yeah, obviously it's
Those
also
are
an
like the
actual
best, honestly.
yeah.
The one that was funny, the one that I saw, like not that recent. I think it was like June or something. Some person I'd never even seen post before. I think he was making fun of it actually, but it showed like Murad sitting there, and then he starts twirling and twirling and going up into the sky. It like turns into like an angel or something. It's fucking crazy looking. It was clear. It was like an AI video. I don't know if you
You
saw that one.
serious?
Dude,
No,
I
bro.
have to show. It's so
That's
insane.
crazy because I feel like I've seen a lot, and like obviously
Yeah.
I'm missing some, you know.
Dude, well, there's so much content now. Now, okay, let me ask you.
Really,
So you were looking at stuff back in like October, November. So you weren't necessarily posting, but you were like looking on X and stuff about SPX, right? At
yeah,
that
yeah, for
point.
sure.
Okay,
Well,
so
yeah, I didn't like have a Twitter. I was just like on there, like, all right, let me see what's going on with SPX, and kind of, yeah, you know, that's literally how I got on Twitter.
so okay, gotcha. A lot of people were like that. But did you feel like you could keep up with the content more back then? I assume you, or did you not feel that way?
I mean, I guess. I mean, I was like sick, you know, just like going crazy with it. You know, the mind virus like taking over, right? Everyone goes through it, you know, and you know, just repost, like, and things like that. But since probably I probably wasn't posting as much, you know, just like my own posts, I was just kind of like liking, watching, retweeting, you know, whatever, maybe
Yeah,
a quote tweet here and there, and
yeah, yeah.
wasn't really making any memes at the time. I was just kind of using other memes, and
Sure, sure.
um, as far as keeping up with it, I think it was easier. But I mean, in the past like several months, it's I mean, I just know there's so many eons that I haven't come across yet that, you know, when I start bringing back the Buffalo, I start seeing different eons, you know.
Bring back the what's that? What's that? What are you referring to? That?
It's like it's this movement. This guy on Twitter is like bringing back the Buffalo or something. He's like
Oh,
DCASPX, bring back
yeah.
the
I've
Buffalo.
seen the Buffalo guy. You're talking the Buffalo guy,
Yeah.
and I don't understand. I'm like, what is this?
Well, I think it's like the spirit of the land, like the buffaloes used to roam free, you
Oh,
know,
okay.
and it's like, you
I
know,
got you.
people need to be free and just kind of like run free kind of
That's
thing,
an
I guess, you know.
interesting. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking, but I was like,
Yeah,
this is an interesting thing. Like, this
yeah,
is an interesting take.
I love that.
Yeah, dude, that is cool. That one, yeah, that one's popped up. I've seen one where they make like random posts, and it's almost like a story. And I can't remember the account to be honest, but I see it pop up randomly. It's like, have you ever played the game Metal Gear Solid, or do you play games much? Video
Yeah,
games.
I played Metal Gear Solid back in the day, of
Yeah,
course.
it's like a. You remember whenever you would talk to your, you like go to that radio feed and talk to the commander or whatever.
Hmm.
So it shows like Marie and then Snake talking to each other about like weird like Aeon things, and he's
Oh,
like
really?
making like a story kind of. It's bizarre.
Really?
Yeah,
It's like a little
yeah,
comic
kind
strip or
of.
something.
But he's
Yeah.
doing like through different tweets.
Oh, okay. That's funny.
It's
That's
kind of
actually funny as
interesting.
fuck, yeah.
Yeah, and then one guy did one. Damn, I can't remember that. I think it was Maverick. I think was the name. Have you seen that guy? He's not. He's not. He doesn't have an Aeon picture, but he has. He's got like a
SPX
little.
6900 Maverick, right?
I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, like
So yeah,
I think.
I don't see him as much anymore, but I do remember Maverick.
Yeah, he had
Um,
some wild posts one time that I almost died. But about like all these like super conspiracy theories with SPX. It was so funny. But
oh really?
yeah,
That is funny actually.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, everyone's got them.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. There's so many ways you can meme it. I think I started. I don't know if you see this critique a lot. That it's not funny. Have you see that a lot?
Oh, that's like what you say. You know, it's like the first thing you say. It's not
Yeah,
funny. It's a dead meme. You know. What do they say? Forced meme. You know,
forced meme. Yeah, yep,
that's what they used to say. You know,
yep,
it's not even funny. Forced meme.
yep.
Dead shitter. I know. I got lucky, kind of like moving around on Twitter, you know, earlier, you know, in October, November, because I was able to see like the pre-Murad culture a little bit more
Hmm.
and learn a little bit easier, I guess, learn about like the OG culture and not just kind of, I guess I want to call it the post-Murad culture, kind of is a little different in what
Yeah,
I feel and just kind of see, you know, and stuff. So, um, you know, so I just feel like I kind of got lucky because I can kind of you know keep that going like almost like policing the cognosphere in
yeah,
some sort of way, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, it's definitely shifted a lot. It was different. I think a lot of that's got to do too with. I mean, 2024, you really couldn't go wrong in a lot of ways. It was kind of like you could buy anything; it was going up, and there were way less coins. It's different now. There's a bajillion coins, and you got to pick the right ones. So
yeah, no, it's I mean like it's funny because my girl's sister was I guess was telling her she saw some video on like TikTok about day trading
Oh
And,
god.
it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a day trader, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like
No,
what are
you're
you
gonna get
talking about?
rugged immediately.
Yeah, like you have no idea what's going on right now. You just saw something on TikTok and like they made money, and you're like, oh, that looks easy, Like
I
I'm
mean,
like, come
you
on,
might
dude.
you might make money once or twice, but in the long run, you'll lose for sure. If you're just buying random
Oh,
coins.
yeah. I mean, honestly, some people make it a living, but you know, I can't see it being for the majority. Let's just put it that way.
Absolutely, you got to be super duper smart.
So. And
Yeah.
you got to pay attention. You got to stay up with everything, right? Like, it's so like, I guess nowadays it might be easier. You can like set some AI fucking shit up and,
I
you
see
know,
that. I see that all the time in my comments. Won't you just use an
really?
AI bot? I see that on my
Oh
TikTok
yeah,
videos
no.
all the time.
Oh, for your videos?
Yeah, all the time. Some random. I think it is a bot commenting. You should use an AI bot and just trade. It's easy. Like every
Oh,
single
really?
every almost every video I post on TikTok, I get that comment from some random bot or whatever it
Random
is.
bot?
I'm assuming it's a bot. Like, it doesn't sound like a real person.
No. There's so much. I've seen like on like on YouTube. I don't know what do we call them? Like the YouTube fucking crypto guys, right? Like they get so many bots in their comments, and I'm like, why would you even let this in your comments? Like, it's like a million comments about like this AI coin. You ever seen
Yeah, I
those?
see. Yeah, I'm like, what is this? This is.
Yeah, I'm like,
I
what
don't
are
even know
you?
what this is. Yeah, it's bizarre.
Like I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, yeah. I always get another thing whenever I post a short. Every single time I get two comments from two random accounts saying something about their OKX 12-word passphrase.
Yeah.
Every time.
Check my wallet, or
I'm
here's
like,
my seed.
okay.
I've seen people comment like, here's my seed phrase, help me out or something like that. I'm like, yeah, okay. What are we doing here?
Yeah, clearly it's bullshit. But yeah,
Yeah.
I delete all. I always try to delete all that because it's.
Okay, yeah, clean it up.
I
Yeah.
try to, but it's every single video that two of those comments every time. It's crazy. Um,
What do you
yeah.
feel works well for you on YouTube?
I've honestly, I feel like now YouTube I'm doing the best on now, which was funny because
Okay,
before I was doing the worst on YouTube. I think
right.
that's got something to do with the podcast that got more subscribers now. That's probably got part of it to do with it.
Well,
Maybe it pushes it a little bit.
I think the subscribers is important
Yeah.
to like build your base on here. I did see actually in the middle of the podcast from Audacious or something. It like popped up and it was like subscribe or something.
Yeah, I did that. I haven't done any of the other videos. I only did that because my video did something like real fucked up in the middle. So I
Oh,
just
okay.
put that there for a few
You, I
seconds.
I think I saw somewhere on YouTube you can have it like in the corner,
Yeah.
either at the beginning, and you can it's like a clickable button that they can
Uh.
subscribe to. I think if you go into like your YouTube creator page or whatever,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
go into
Yeah.
settings or something, you can make it like a button that can stay there the whole time, or it can just like pop up at the beginning. But
That's
it's
not a
just,
bad idea.
it's a call to action to subscribe,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's the thing, right? So that's what,
That definitely. I only do it at the end. I usually say it at the end, and I do put the button at the end. I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah, I'd love to spam it all day to a degree, but I don't know. I feel kind of weird doing
well,
it too much. You know.
no, I think, and because you're not spamming it on Twitter, like, hey, go subscribe. You just, when they go to the video, it says subscribe, and it's just
Yeah.
kind of like a reminder. It's like, oh yeah, let me subscribe.
Right. Yep.
'Cause some people might just
Definitely.
go on there and like and comment,
Yeah.
and watch
True.
it and forget to subscribe, or just
Yeah.
you know how it is out
That
there.
Murad videos help the subscribers a lot.
Oh yeah.
I've got like 50 since I've released it
Oh wow.
yesterday or whenever it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I was able to catch that this morning before work. Honestly, I like started a little bit last night, and then I watched the rest of it this morning, and um, I just thought it was awesome. Like, especially with him saying that, I guess at the end, like, to everyone kind of has to like be evangelists or something, like, what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Not everyone has to be, but he was like kind of just, I guess, telling everybody to just keep like rating hard, I guess, but like
Essentially, yeah.
don't be afraid to step outside the Twitter bubble.
Yeah.
I guess essentially is what he was trying to say.
Yeah. And I think he gets a lot of hate from people, and it doesn't really make sense because he's been saying the same damn thing for a year. Yeah,
I
more or
mean,
less.
it makes
So
sense because, everyone's gonna hate somebody for success, right? Like,
yeah,
it's
it's
just
true.
it's part of the yin and yang, bro. Like, you can't, it's good and evil, right? Like, it's just what it is, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're out there, and they're trying to always take you down, bro.
It
You
is
know,
true.
like,
It is true. I don't know. I don't get too much hate. Like occasion, I feel like you get the more hate than I do on Reddit. You know, you post stuff on
oh, I mean,
Reddit.
they're mad at something else. They're mad at the system. They're not mad at me.
Yeah, yeah. It's
You know,
like
they
it's
just got to DCA SPX more.
yeah, yeah, man.
To be honest,
I love your. Sometimes you're just like, okay, the girls or one of the first ones that I don't know if you do it, but some people do it. They'll do that little one where it's like, okay,
oh, the thumbs up.
the
Yeah,
little
yeah.
picture of the girl. Okay,
I don't think I have that picture. I gotta save it. I gotta save that next time I see it.
but you'll post something that's the equivalent of that, like okay, just
Yeah,
DCA or whatever. Or
but
I
that's
yeah,
the. But like those are just like things I learned from like watching in the beginning, right? It's not like you just make those up on the way, right? Those are all
right,
just like little things that I learned in terms of how to like fight the FUD,
right.
right? Because that's a big part of SPX, right? Don't engage in the farmers, don't engage in the negativity, like
Yes.
it's because that's what they want, right? They want to suck your energy dry, right? They
It's
so
really true. I started. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to maybe I can help them, and then like, you can tell pretty quick when it's just they're just trying to make you mad. Like they don't actually
yeah,
give a
yeah, for
crap.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Eventually, then I'm just like, okay, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. It's not
Well,
helpful.
I think it's always important to just like if you see someone flooding, just like click on their profile, and it's like a pretty obvious, you
Yeah,
go to
it's true.
just go to their recent post or something, you'll see like it's just some guy like just trying to be whatever,
Yeah.
extractive essentially. They can't extract from the liquidity pools anymore, so they're trying to extract from like the community
Yeah.
essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like they're going at, you
Yeah.
personally now,
Yeah,
right?
it does. Yeah, it doesn't even seem like there's. Yeah, before it was like there was a rhyme or reason to it. It's like they're trying to pump whatever they're trying to pump, but now it just seems like they're just being
Yeah.
hateful to be hateful.
Well, I mean, I'd be mad, if I was them and, no one was buying my shitcoin because Murad came in and like told everyone what this was,
It's
I'd be
true.
pissed. That's why they're mad, right? Like he came in
I
and was like, bro, like this is a fucking scam. This whole shit is bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
like
Everyone's
you're a
like, oh,
fucking fraud.
everyone's like, oh, okay. And they watched the video go to like millions of views and they're like, what the fuck, bro? They've watched it for over a year.
That's
You know,
true. You're so
they what
right.
all the FUD they try to, put together with
I
the
think
trash buy ops, and they're trying to just plan all this shit against
I
us.
think I'm still naive about it. I still think deep down they just don't understand it. But no, they do understand it.
Come on,
They're
bro,
just
they
pissed.
understand it. It's
Yeah.
like they can't let it win because then what are they gonna do?
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
They can't do what they do anymore, right? Like
Yep.
this is how they make a living. How are they gonna keep their essentially their job, right? Of scamming people and
Yeah.
whatever is what they were doing, right, for years or whatever.
Yeah.
Now they got this guy like waking everyone up and being like, "Hey guys, you don't have to just like trade these shit coins that these people are telling you is gonna go parabolic or whatever, right?" Like so,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you're right. That is a good way. Yeah, I haven't really thought about that before. I keep thinking like, oh, they just don't get it, but a lot of them
No,
do
bro,
get it. They're just being
they get
assholes.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Come on, bro. It's really not that hard to get, especially for them, right? They're on Twitter like constantly, right? So they see it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they understand what's going on, even if they don't look on Twitter. They just look. They just look on chain. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They see it wherever they want, wherever they look.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
So
right. Yeah, I think it's undeniable at this point with SPX. It just feels for me personally. I felt like I had a good grasp on it, like what was going on with SPX, like back October, November, and then it's just blown up so much. Like I can't keep track of anything. There's just so much to look
oh
into.
my
It's
god.
fucking insane.
So I guess in a sense that way, yeah, if that's what you were talking about earlier,
That is what I was
keeping
asking.
up with it, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, in that sense, I was just saying to myself, I'm like, I'm watching these like flip the stock market and all these different things, and I'm just learning more about like what is going on with the crypto world, right, and what's building essentially, right, and I think once you start to understand like what they like to talk about pure belief assets and things like that and movement coins,
Hmm.
and once you understand like there's you know, it's an actual product, let's say,
Yeah.
right? It's an actual thing that you can invest in and grow.
Yes.
Um, and people are talking about like nation states and things like that, and like your, currency, and it's just it's something to keep on learning. Like I just, like you said, just trying to keep up with because it's all new to me, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
just out here doing some plumbing, and I come back and I got
I
you
love
know,
that.
Cow or something talking about like Munchie's talking about nation states and things like that, and he's posting his article from God knows where he found it,
Yeah,
and it's just like wow, like
yeah.
what was I reading today? Or in my boy, what is it like underscore XYV or something? He's got like the purple diamond, the PFP with sunglasses on.
Yeah, I think I know. I
He
think.
posted the cypherpunk thread,
Yes, yes.
and like just like something like that, like being able to understand that, like I kind of understood it right a little bit, but then now that I actually can read it and like maybe I already ordered the book, right? They got the guy, Tim May, right? 1989, he wrote that, and
Yeah,
um, so I get to read that and just being able to learn and keep up with things like that, that I was
yeah.
like, oh, I understand what's going on. And it's like, no, wait a second. No, I don't, like this is so much deeper than I even thought, already, like, so
Yeah,
it's awesome to actually get to be around all these great minds of SPX and just
yeah,
crypto in general,
yeah,
not necessarily guys strictly attached to SPX, but there's some other guys
yeah,
out there that I've been able to learn from too,
yeah. I think a lot of the Bitcoin maxis get a little bit of hate because they're very closed minded, but they do have a very good understanding of like monetary policy and inflation and how the government's fucking us basically all the time.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
have a really good understanding, so you can learn a lot. My point is, you can learn a lot from them as well. Even Fred Krueger, he has a good understanding of that.
Yeah.
So
Well, no, I do follow some of those guys like Joe Carlisle, and
yeah, yeah, he's
I,
good.
I like to keep his noties on just to see, he might say one thing that I'm like, oh, okay, let me see what's going on here, like I think he had something the other day about, I don't even know what it is, talking about Bitcoin in the 10 years or whatever. It was like only 10% or something like with the GADP or
The
something. Like
GDP,
I don't even know what that means, but I'm
right?
just like, oh, okay, like I can go find out what it means,
Yeah, that's awesome.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
it's cool.
If
It's cool to stay on top of that stuff.
yeah, if you're more interested in like about like how the government's the printing of money and all that kind of stuff, which is where the inflation really comes from. I
Right.
would recommend a book called The Bitcoin Standard. It's really awesome. It goes.
I don't know.
He's from a Bitcoin maxi, so he doesn't like other coins, but you can just ignore
Uh,
that basically. But
right.
the parts where he's talking about the monetary stuff, which is most of the book, it's amazing. It's really good.
I don't
Bitcoin
know if
Standard.
I don't know if I read that book. Hold on. I think I might have read like one or two books on like crypto when I first started. I think I read like the basics of blockchain,
Okay.
right? Which I got on like Amazon or whatever,
Yeah.
which kind of really helped me understand like what I was getting into a little bit and
Yeah.
just like the the real use case of what crypto is, right? The blockchain, right? The real tech
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and but yeah,
Yeah.
so that was cool.
This is like this. Yeah, this isn't really even tackling like what Bitcoin. It tackles how Bitcoin solves a lot of these issues.
I
So
gotcha.
it's real interesting. Yeah.
I think Hype just posted something before. He's posted some weird ass, or was it Idea Hazard? Was it Hazard? Yeah, it was Hazard. Posted like three pictures of like the GADP and he was
Yeah.
bottom or something, right? So
Yeah.
I just like I'm like I have no idea what's going on here, right? So
Yeah.
I click on Grok, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Grok, kind of tells me what's going on. I'm like, all right, so what does this have to do with crypto?
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And it ended up leading me to this ResearchGate paper about Bitcoin in like 2013. This guy talking about like how he thought it was going to be like a visual or a virtual consensus community or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like essentially what SPX is growing into
Correct.
is what I grasped from his article, right? You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? And like what the Grok whatever fed me, and I was like, okay, but I just think it's amazing how like that quickly I can learn something.
Oh
Um,
yeah. It's so
and
basic.
but it's because I'm in the SPX community, bro. Like if I was on any other community, like why would I see Hazard's? Why would I see that tweet of Hazard? Like those three pictures. That's not gonna pop up on my feed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's just so many instances I've run into with that, and I'm like, wow, like these people here on another level. Like
Yeah. There's so many quality people. It's crazy. And I was a part of I was a part of the Bitcoin Max. I was kind of like a Bitcoin Maxi before, so I think there's a lot of quality smart people there, but there's just a toxic element to it that I did not enjoy.
The Bitcoin maxis.
Yeah, they're a little
So
toxic.
they're really like just like Bitcoin or die or something like that. That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah,
That's
everything
crazy.
else is shitcoin.
But it's just crazy because like if like all you have to do is understand the origins of like the cypherpunks, right? And like
Yeah.
Bitcoin, like whatever, and you'd be like, okay, this doesn't even make sense. Like, why are you mad about other coins? Like, this is not what
Yeah,
this, you know,
they
like,
don't care about that.
you know what I'm
They
saying?
don't
Like,
care
that's
about
why,
any of
like,
that. It's not cypherbug anymore. It's not. It's just
yeah, it's institutional now.
yeah. That's what it is. I mean, I
But
still
I
I
feel like there's still some guys in there that
there's
you
still
know
some
that been in there
absolutely,
since the beginning that are like, man, like, what happened? You know what I'm
but most
saying?
of them are involved in crypto at large now. Most of them, those guys, they're not just in Bitcoin anymore. You know,
Right.
it's a
Okay.
lot of the newer people that are like very dogmatic about it. Like,
Like the 60Kers,
yeah, yeah, yep,
60K buy is like,
yeah,
you
hmm,
know, they're the Bitcoin maxis now.
yeah, pretty much, yeah,
Just like, oh yeah, Bitcoin or die. But
yeah,
hey, shout out to fucking Batman, bro.
yeah,
Getting Kruger to hopefully he actually bought it. I mean, I want to see the screenshot of the wallet.
dude. Well, somebody was, or I think it was Joe was saying I DM'd him and that he's probably going to buy more than that.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't even see that. Yeah, that's
it's
fucking awesome.
well when I was more of a Bitcoiner. I mean, still own Bitcoin. I'm still a fan of it as a project and a store of value. But I knew Fred Krueger when he had like 5,000 followers. He got popular in the beginning of 2024, like right around when there's like lots of talks about the Bitcoin ETFs. That was like the big thing at the beginning of 24,
Oh, really?
and then they
I didn't know who he
passed.
was. I didn't know who he was until SPX named him.
No,
But
and I really liked him, but then I mean I'm not trying to talk too much shit because now he's Neon, but I do recall a Solana pump fund associated with him that may or may not have been dumped on. I don't know, so that kind of
well,
turned me off to him a little bit after that.
he just got to go to do his confessions. He's got to go talk to Bat. He's got to do his confessions with Bat, bro.
No, I don't know all the details of it. It didn't look good. I
Yeah.
remember that made me
I
mad,
don't even know.
but
I actually just saw the post one day when you know he was going SPX 9600 and stuff, and I saw someone posted like he launched a coin, and I was like, oh, okay, well,
yeah, he did, and that's
yeah,
not
yeah,
good.
yeah,
So, but
yeah,
yeah, whatever.
yeah.
I
It's
do.
all good.
I'm cool with him if you first will post the SPX.
He's got to put the girl on. He's got to
Yeah,
put the girl on. I actually told I tweeted at Joe to put the girl on like months ago, and he said not yet. So I might have to come back around
who
and
Joe?
remind Joe Carlisle.
Joe
Yeah,
said that. Yeah, I think
yeah.
he's got it.
He's like, oh, not yet.
I think he's got a big. He's got a lot of Bitcoin maxis in his audience. He's
Oh,
probably
I know.
he's a little. You don't have to.
Yeah, I know.
So he's a little bit. I don't think he wants to. He's
I know who
being.
Joe is. I follow him enough to know like he you know he puts the girl on. It means business.
Yeah, that would be. He's got to be careful with that. I understand it because
Yeah.
he's got a certain audience.
I gotta find the tweet again and be like, look, bro, you said not yet. You know.
Maybe he'll do it when we hit $100. That'd be a good time to do it. He's gonna be like, "Booyah, bitches!"
And he's like, I told you.
No, but he has been given. He has been doing tweets that are definitely SPX coded, and
Oh,
then you
all
can
those
rate
guys,
it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. All those
yeah.
guys kind of do. I mean, you
What's
see it
that?
all the time, honestly, on accounts on Twitter.
Right,
You know,
right.
just talking about the market and just how things have kind of turned out and
Jason
played out.
Jason Williams. Have you followed him before? Jason
Bro,
Williams.
on my old account, bro, I have a funny story about Jason Williams. No disrespect, to Jason Williams, obviously, but just a funny story.
Okay.
I was in the spaces listening to him when Trump
Okay.
was going up. The
Okay.
whole Trump thing happened, right? So
Okay.
that whole time I was in the spaces listening to him and all these people on the spaces, right? And it's like Trump's just like running up, right?
Yeah.
It's like the day Trump
Right.
dumped, like
Right.
started dumping, like that
Yep.
exact moment. And he's like, look, man, Trump's doing it, like, you know, he's saving the country, you know, like look at him, and he's like pumping Trump, and I'm like, bro, there's no way this guy really thinks like Trump's saving everybody, but he was just kept saying it. And I'm like, I'm like, all right, man, whatever, bro. Let him go. And then all of a sudden, the shit just starts dumping, bro. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like, no way, like that just happened on Spaces. Like, I'm like sitting there, I'm like, is anyone else like thinking what I'm thinking right now? But I do know he got in, you know, early in SPX, and
Yeah.
I have seen some of his SPX tweets and things like that. But But that was just so funny to me, and I was like, man, like even like something like this, like if I, I just like to step out and like think about like perspectively sometimes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, if I like, if I fully like followed like Jason and like believed in what he was saying, like I would have bought this fucking coin, I would have
Yeah.
bought Trump, And then I'm like, nothing to say he's like trying to like,
Yeah.
wreck people or things like that because he's not. But it was just like a thought process I had. I was like, man, like, poof, I kind of dodged a bullet on that, because
Yeah.
he was like really selling it. I was like, man, like, all
No,
right,
I know the FOMO on
let me
Trump
watch
was
it.
rough. The
Yeah,
FOMO.
it
I
was
mean, I felt
crazy.
everybody felt it to a degree.
Yeah, it was like this weird point in the market, and it's funny too because it started dumping,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, Trump's down." And he was everyone's counting the numbers out, bro. As it's going down, right? Like whatever,
Yeah.
like 40, 50, whatever it was, and then yeah, he comes out of nowhere. He's like, "SPX, going to 170." As Trump's going down, SPX like jumped to 170 or
Yeah.
something. He was like saying it in there, and I was like, "Wow, this is kind of interesting to see." Like that just unfold in front of me. It was like a weird thing. It was like a weird thing to be a part of, right? On like my Twitter crypto Twitter timeline, I guess.
Right.
It's kind of like a never forgetting moment of like the Trump coin.
Yeah, that was intense. I remember when it first released, you could just see all the other meme coins
Oh
getting
my god.
drained. Every one of them. So everybody was dumping everything, throwing it into Trump. And dude,
I mean, I saw it early enough where yeah, obviously, could have made a couple dollars, but it was just like, all right, Trump, we obviously know what this is, right? So it's just like,
yes.
why even, but
I saw it for. I think I remember thinking like I didn't do it, but I was like tempted to a little bit because everybody was talking about it. But the problem is, at least I know I have this problem. I have a tendency to just want to hold. Like I really want to hold. So if
right.
it would have went to some crazy number, I'd be like, let's go to a crazy number because I believe in it now. You know what I mean? I have
Yeah,
that tendency to do that. So I'd rather be in something that I
you
actually
kind of
believe in.
you kind of convince yourself because
Yes.
you're just looking for confirmation bias all around you.
Yeah. Once I have a coin, yes. So I'd rather just be in a coin I actually believe in instead of
That's
you
the
know
biggest thing.
instead of like having all this, then your mind gets clouded.
Well, it's funny that you actually say that because that's kind of like what my turbo conviction was based off of, right? Like I was like, oh, cool, AI meme coin, I guess, whatever turbo, it's like a frog or something, whatever. But
Yeah.
I was just like going on YouTube, I was just like going on YouTube, every day and like getting
Yeah.
my confirmation bias from like these guys on YouTube, like, oh, whatever this, whatever that, and
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, cool, and then just going back to what I'm doing, right?
Yep.
And it's like I didn't actually believe in it. I just kept going to look for that confirmation bias, and
Right.
now, you know, like you said, this is like a coin that is like no other because nobody changes their fucking life for
Right.
a meme coin, essentially, right? Like if you want to, in the layman's terms, right? Like that's what people are doing. Like guy slow talking about, he's got 6 months saved up just to be Aeon, like
Oh yeah, slow. Yeah, I was like,
you know what I'm
ooh,
saying?
hey, I hope he's got that money, man. I was a little worried about it, but I
Yeah,
hope
yeah,
he's
no, I
okay.
mean, yeah, you might not have been there, but he was we were talking about he has like a nice little plan, like a 12-month plan or something,
Yeah,
just
yeah. No,
like
I heard that. I was like, okay,
oh,
cool.
okay,
That made me feel better. I was a little,
yeah,
I
that's
was a
why,
little
yeah,
worried before that.
yeah.
I was
No, I
like,
mean,
ooh,
Eons I feel like most Eons are smart investors, right? That's why they found SPX, right? They're holders. They're not trying to, be silly with their money, right?
right. Yeah,
Otherwise they just keep it in the casino.
yep,
you
yep.
know, like the
Yeah, the only three coins I've ever really believed in. I believed in Bitcoin, and I was a big Solana guy before. I believed in that. I still believe in that coin actually, but I
yeah.
believe in that technology. But SPX is like the third one for sure. And it's got the it is so early. That's what's awesome about it. Like it really is.
Oh yeah, no. And I guess I've never really been like a maxi on any coins or like believed in any coins because I didn't like get into crypto really until the meme coin era, I guess essentially, right? So um it's funny, man. I was reading like a little article on like Coin Market Cap, right, about Solana. And it was like, oh, it's trading at $20. It's like a new blockchain or something, right?
Yeah,
Like kind of, it was like, oh, it's kind of like Ethereum or whatever the next, side by side with or whatever, right? So it
yeah,
was just like I was like, oh, this seems kind of like interesting. Like, this might like do something in the future, right? So that's why like I invested in it.
yeah.
And, you know, and I was like, oh, this is interesting. You can make money in crypto. It's not just like fake. internet money, you know.
Yeah, yeah, it's that definitely they'll give you a taste for sure.
How do you onboard any IRL?
I
People?
haven't really, to be honest. I
No.
work from home,
Right.
so
Okay.
my IRL is the
Your
internet.
IRL, yeah, it's on the internet.
Yeah,
Internet real life.
yeah. I don't talk to a lot of people, to be honest. I talk to my wife. That's about it. My
Hey man,
kid.
that's same, bro. Like that's like I don't go out and like go to the bar like socialize, I guess, anymore. It's just I'm too old for that. I'm trying to just like do normal shit, whatever. I'm just old, I'm out of that stuff. So it's like,
Yeah,
what am I gonna do, to find people?
yeah,
Go to the gym, but I'm just trying to work out. I'm not trying to
right.
like socialize at the gym and whatever. Like I don't even know like what can't even think of something to do to go like meet people with
Yeah,
as much of a shared mindset than SPX, right? Like
right.
that's because essentially at the end of the day, those are the kind of people I want to be around, right? Like,
Yeah,
people with a similar mindset, and you find that with SPX, and
yeah.
it's crazy.
No, it is. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I feel so connected to everyone. It's really weird. Like we've talked like once on that Spaces, and then we've talked a lot on other mediums.
Yeah, man, we're
But
like best friends. Like
yeah,
it's crazy.
it is. It's weird. I feel like I've known you for a long time. It's so strange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, man, being in the cognosphere for like a year
yeah.
is like 10 years, like 10 years real time. Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, I haven't seen this guy post in forever, and I looked at this guy. I was like, oh, it's been like 2 days. What the fuck am I talking
Yeah,
about? It wasn't that long ago.
it's crazy, man. Like I kind of look back and I'm like, man, like it's already been like almost a year, and it's just like, fuck, like
Crypto years are it's
I've,
about
I,
10 to 1,
yeah,
I think.
I was like thinking that I was like, man, this is only happening because of like I'm involved in crypto, like it just
Yes.
because how fast everyone like changes their emotions on the timeline, right?
Oh my god, yeah.
Because number go up, number go down, like
They're
the change
freaking
of
out.
yeah, the change of emotion, like the extremes of that change is what makes like time move so much faster. I feel like
Yes,
you like go
yes,
through all these things so fast every day, or like in
yes.
a weekly time. You know what I'm saying? So
Do
it's
you
like,
see that much anymore? That crypto sentiment from
no.
Crypto X? Do you see it much
Oh
anymore?
no,
No,
dude,
I
my
don't either.
my timeline's been cleansed for months.
Whenever I see it, I just mute them. I've muted so many
Yeah,
people,
no.
so
I
many.
mean, I don't know why you just don't mute and just keep it moving, because it's honestly the best way.
Yeah,
Like it just keeps your mind clear. And honestly, for me, I'm not trying to like read that or looking for that anyway because I'm not coming home from work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just trying to
yeah,
hang out. I don't want to, and
yeah,
it's all FUD, right? I know what
yeah,
it is, right? It's not like if it was actual useful information, I might be like, all right, well, let me like keep it here. But
yeah. I mean,
you know, I, it's
yeah,
easy to see the intent behind it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not helpful. I'm buying and DCAing and holding, so it's not helpful to see that.
No, it just helps build the culture too because instead of like seeing say you look at like 100 posts, right? And you see 10 or 15, FUD posts
Yeah,
because you're not muting them. You're taking
yeah.
away 10 or 15 posts that could be from
True.
an insightful Eon or somebody else that you could be, you know,
Boosting.
boosting your algorithm or, boosting what you're trying to create essentially, right?
Yeah, dude, that's a really good point. I haven't thought about that. Yeah, even just from you're helping others by not looking at that shit too.
Hmm.
That's a great point. Um, what inspired you to really push it on Reddit? I guess because I feel like that's recently happened. But what was the
Um,
what inspired you to do
so
that?
yeah, so I mean, I made like a Reddit account like I guess maybe around when I first started. Like I think it's like almost like 170 days old, my
Okay,
original one.
okay,
But then, I was on it for a little bit and didn't really like, I kind of was still mostly on Twitter, right? But I was trying to do the multitasking thing. I was on Instagram a lot early on. But then like when my girlfriend told me she was like, "Oh, I was looking up SPX on Reddit." And I was like, "What are you looking for?" I was like, "What are you looking him up on Reddit for? Like, what are you doing on Reddit? Like, why are you looking for information on Reddit?
this
Whatever."
this
She's
is
like,
not where you go.
and she's like, "Oh, I'm trying to see what the real people say." And I was
The
like, "All
real
right,
people.
yeah, but whatever, right?" So in my mind,
Yeah.
I didn't say, I was like, "Oh, okay, like
Interesting. Yeah.
if that's what you." But I was like, "All right, well, maybe like it's a thing. It has
Yeah.
to be, right? Because
Must be.
she's bringing it to my attention that this is what she did to like convince herself. So I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
I guess I got to get on Reddit more. And then that's when I kind of made my Jeffrey Banks account, and then I was on there, and then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna start posting it on Twitter more, and try and like build the hype on Reddit a little bit,
Yeah.
and like try and like bring more people in and things like that. Just because, even like I don't know if you saw the post I put up today.
Yeah.
I like copy pasted DCA's tweet,
Yes.
and then I had it on whatever, and it had like 9,000 views in less time, and he has had like 500 views or something.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, and even in a sense like that, I'm just like, bro, like the Reddit cognosphere can be so much bigger than the Twitter cognosphere.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just because the algorithms boosts discussion topics, conversations, like yeah, you're gonna run into people telling you like what they feel because that's what Reddit is, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it's not as jaded as the responses on Twitter will
Right.
be. You know what I'm saying? Because
True.
on Twitter they're just trying to like shut you down because they're trying to do what they want to do and show their coin. But on Reddit, you know, unless you're going into like the meme coin subreddit, which is like dog shit on Reddit, you don't want to be because it's literally Twitter on Reddit, the meme coin sub.
Wait,
So
what? You made a list, but what are the subs that are like the best? I kind of forget.
I mean, honestly, so I mean, anything that says crypto in it,
Okay.
right? Because like crypto, I just like look crypto general, crypto help, you know, cryptocurrency is one. But some of
Yeah.
these you need to have like a longer Reddit account to get in and start commenting and things like
That's
that.
right. That's the karma thing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
Yeah. So you have
I
to,
was trying to cross post to crypto, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to allow this. I'm like, okay.
yeah, yeah, no, you have to like, but it's so easy to build your comment karma and your post karma up. Like
Right.
comment karma, you can just go in anywhere and reply, or like say you go into like I put in today, like I told DCA to post that thing in Bitcoin or
Yes.
whatever because
Yes.
I
Yes.
was
Yes.
banned or something, and like you saw all but you saw all the like the back and forth he kind of got right away, right? And doesn't matter, you can post that on Twitter and you're not going to get that type of discussion
That's
ever.
true.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
true.
Ever. And if I think like if you're really trying to onboard people, you need to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? This is where the conversation can kind of go a little bit further in my eyes.
I
So
absolutely. Yeah, Mung even said that whenever we made that TikTok push. He's like, okay, I think we've saturated X. I think X, like, we're not getting new people from X at this point.
I remember him saying that too, and that's why I was like, okay, because I was thinking that, and I was like, okay, well, since he said it, all right, then like I'm not the only one thinking it, right? So
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
he said that, and I
start.
was like, yeah,
Yeah,
I put the X still serves a purpose to keep people engaged and to hype people and
yeah,
inspire
absolutely.
people. So it still serves a
No,
purpose.
X is like the original launch pad for the Cognisphere,
Yeah.
right? Essentially, so
Yeah.
it definitely serves a purpose, and because like so I was forwarding people to Twitter and things like that, but just today I was like, why don't I just forward them to the subreddit for SPX?
It's
Like
not bad. Yeah.
if I'm in someone else's subreddit and they're like, oh, whatever, whatever, I'm like, hey, look into the subreddit for SPX.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
you don't even gotta leave the app. You just click this link
Oh,
and go.
you're talking to people on Reddit. You do that. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, yeah.
That's smart.
Because
Yes.
they're not going to go to Twitter because they're on Reddit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's true.
that's why they're on Reddit. Because so it's
It's
like
hard for me to fathom why you'd want to be on Reddit, but I need to keep that in mind. Some people really like
it's
Reddit.
not necessarily. It's not honestly. I've like learned to understand. Like, it's not all about because we think like being on Twitter is obviously where you should go for the alpha, as they say,
Yeah.
right? Why would you be on Reddit for?
Yeah.
But no, why would I know the crypto alpha is on Twitter if I don't know anything about crypto or I don't
Right.
have a Twitter, or I don't have all I have is Instagram and TikTok. Like,
Yep.
I'm just gonna Google
Yeah.
Twitter, and or Google crypto.
Right. No,
But
you're right. It makes total
it's
sense. It makes total
yeah.
sense.
I don't know if it's more like a normie thing
Yeah.
to be on Reddit. Is it? I don't know.
Maybe.
I feel like Twitter used to be a normie thing. Like I used like when Twitter first came out, like everyone had one, and then like I even had one, but then I was like, yeah, Twitter is like stupid. I don't know. I just like fell off of Twitter.
Yeah, it became more, I think, for niches and stuff. I don't know. Yeah,
That
but it
makes
has
more sense
changed.
then.
Yeah.
That makes more sense because essentially I'm not even on Twitter. I'm on crypto Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm on SPX Cognosphere Twitter.
Yeah.
Essentially,
Very
you know what I'm
specific.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
um, but
No,
yeah, no,
yeah.
the Reddit thing is like, yeah, man, the conversation is that you can have in such a little shorter amount of time is just I feel like a lot more impactful, and for what I like to contribute to the community,
Yeah.
So I just think everyone should definitely try and get on there a little bit here and there for sure. And even if we're just like I think building the subreddit up, like if you're a guy that's going into Twitter, going into Instagram and like some other social medias, YouTube and TikTok, like if you want to go on Reddit, all you have to do is post something and just go through the community subreddit and just like all the comments and interact there. You don't even gotta like go raid it or like try and like infiltrate,
Yeah.
because there's people on there now infiltrating, and once like they are brought to the SPX subreddit, they'll see the vibe is legit,
Yes.
because like I can go to someone else's subreddit on here that someone's chilling, and it's like, what is they don't even have subreddits. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there's not many coins that have subreddits on here.
It's
So
true.
it's like, I think that's
And we have a
also
pretty strong one, honestly, compared to a
yeah,
lot.
man. There is one community that I did see that has like 1,000 more than us.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say what their name is.
Is it Whiff?
No, I didn't even see Whiffs on there,
Whiff's
but
got
they
like
might.
5,000, I think.
Okay, then
Yeah.
it's not Whiff. So there's two. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
another one.
No, yeah, we don't have the strongest, but it's stronger than a lot. So,
But so my like thought process is like we're so strong as eons, right?
yeah.
Like once we infiltrate Reddit, like I think a thing, because
That
it's
would be
not that,
awesome, yeah.
it's only like 1,000 more people to be like, one of the, top meme coin Reddits in terms of like, I guess subs, right? So what you do, you
Yeah.
subscribe to the Reddit thread or something, yeah. So, and I think it just like has such more of an impact, because like people
It,
post on here, the conversations last multiple days, like I went back today and I'm like reading through big SPX
yeah,
6900.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
on Instagram as well, right now. He's in
Mm.
Reddit, and he was going into people, and I'm like going back on other posts from our Reddit, and he's in there today, like explaining to people what SPX is, because people come in days later because they find it, and they're like, hey, like what is this? Like people are like
Yeah.
legit asking questions on there,
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, all those posts stay there forever. Yeah, that's the people
you
come back and
know,
see it. Yeah.
and like they're in there today, like oh okay, like look at this or like what is this, and you can just tell the people asking questions actually are interested in investing in something, and it's
Yes.
not like a white noise or talking in an empty space.
Right. No, I think that makes sense. I think the one thing I'm gonna at least try to do is I'm gonna try to. For some reason I don't want to post everything in Reddit. I don't know why, but
Bro,
like my short videos, I just want to like I just for some reason I only post the ones I really like there. I don't know why.
yeah, yeah. That's what I think. I think it has to be like a mix, like some people should post like videos because like it is like memetics are very important, right? So we do need that on the feed, right? But I also think like like if you want to post like a strong, thoughtful tweet, like just don't post it on Twitter and post it on Reddit. You know what I'm saying? And like I get like you get the love on Twitter
Or
and
you
like
can
you
do
get the
both. You
likes.
post
Or
on
you can do
both.
both. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Exactly. Do both, whatever. But
Yeah.
um I just think, and even because you do take the time out and think of a thoughtful tweet, and you're like, all right, like I want someone to hear this, right? Because
Yes.
this is a message from what I believe, right? Like I just thought this out. I want people to read it, and it doesn't reach as far, on Twitter because it just doesn't,
Yeah,
and
you
so
get a lot, but I think what people are fixated on is they get more adoration on Twitter, probably.
absolutely, yeah, they get the love, and that's everyone needs it a little bit here and there, but what do
But
you
honestly, though, even on Reddit, like we're getting better about it. There's more people paying attention to what people post every day.
And I mean, even if it's like you're trying to like level up on Twitter, trying to get your followers up and your likes up,
There's a
like you
lot of
can
it.
level up on Reddit and get your karma up. You know what
Yes,
I'm saying? Like
exactly.
like they have awards on Reddit, like little badges you can like work towards and like build a profile and things like that. But like I said, I'm trying to get the basement dweller, bro. That's over 700 days straight.
Oh,
That's over 700 days of constantly or not constantly, just every
I
day.
didn't even know that was a thing. That's cool. That's
Yeah,
smart.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like I guess since
I'm
Persist.
gonna try to do at least one post. That's what I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to do one post a day on Reddit, and then maybe raid one of y'all's things or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got like a million things with the videos and all this. You know, you got the podcast going on, so it's like,
I can at least post one of my little short videos in there. Like, why
no, and you
not?
do that. You do that already. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
So, but like, if you're ever like thinking late night one time about something about SPX, like, and you want to like just have a thought, like, I'm telling you, like,
Throw it on there.
throw it on SPX and people will read it, or or if it's not like, or if it's maybe crypto related in general, put it on a crypto, subreddit, and that'll help your comment karma and your post karma because people
Yeah,
will
yeah,
they'll love it. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that'll just help you boost like that.
yeah,
So and then we'll be in there, replying and whatever. It's just like,
yeah. And the chat's grown quite a bit. It's
bro,
almost
I can't.
40 now, I think.
I think I have like 48 invites, but I think there's like 38 in there. Yeah.
That's pretty
And dude,
good.
it was
It's
buzzing
way,
today. It
yeah,
was
it was
buzzing
way more
today. The past
active.
couple of days, I was like, well, DCA's been. I don't even know what his name is, like DCA SPX6900, but
Yes, yes,
he's
yes.
been in. He's been in there a
Yeah,
lot. Big's been in there. You've been in there. T's been in there. Like I don't even know some of the guys that are in there in terms of like their Twitter handle, just because it's not the same.
yeah.
But there's a
Yeah, my
couple other guys in there
My
as
Reddit
well.
handle is like some old thing. I don't. it's like sad entrance or something. Like, what the hell what did I make
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
I
Well, that's
must have been
why.
depressed that day when I made it. I don't know. But you can't change it, so
Well, that's why I had to make a new one because my old one was like Delicious Fan 1758, and I'm like I can't like I didn't know you could change it at first, I didn't know you could like create a name.
you can create a name, but you can't change your little R or whatever. Your little R
Y-
slash. You can't change that.
Yeah, no, I know that's what I was looking at, but I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, I can't like use this because it's just gonna like you know what I'm saying? It's just gonna come up as Delicious Fan, so like, nah, it's no good.
That's
I
pretty
still
good.
use it though. I'm still out there. I still get my karma up with that one, but
Yeah.
you'll see it in the SPX chat sometimes.
Oh,
I
so
like
you
forget
use that too? That's funny.
I forget I'm on there. I'm like, because it's just easy. It's on my desktop, So I'm like, all right, if I'm here,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. I don't know why I never made a new one. Reddit, I can't stand Reddit. I can't stand like the
I know
interface. It's
yeah, you were
fucks
saying
with me.
that.
Another question I want to get to is: do you plan on continuing your journey with SPX 6900 even when we go into a bear market, which inevitably we will? Like,
Oh, absolutely. I
yeah,
mean,
like, yeah,
that's gonna be a hell of a time.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna, it's like we're making history every day we move forward, flipping the stock market. So
yep,
whether it's a bear market or a bull market, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's the belief in what you're building, right? That's
yeah,
that's kind of what you've been saying about keeping up with stuff, right? Like all these different things that are actually happening underneath the surface of the meme coin, right? So,
yeah. I'm looking
yeah, man,
forward to it in a weird. I just I'm so we've grown like. I'm sure if you'd have shown me what it is now, back a year ago, it would be kind of blow my mind probably. So I'm looking forward to what it's going to be like a year from now. It'll probably blow my mind
for
to a
sure.
degree.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to seeing that progress.
No, man, it's crazy, like it's just I think that's what people estimate the most. Like they can't fathom people like just going anywhere past this, cycle as they like to call it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
oh, everyone's gonna dump it. Doesn't matter. Like no coin is gonna be a multi-cycle coin. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? Like that's in the back of everyone's head because that's what they want to happen. Because if it doesn't, then their whole situation gets worse for them.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? So,
That's what they want. And yeah, I mean, I'm so freaking bullish. It's going to be funny.
oh no, it's.
One
I'm
thing I
ha
have a problem with though, when we do start doing really well, I really I like to rub it in to a degree. I need to work on that.
Come on,
It makes me want to rub it in a little bit.
come on, Chad. You can't be doing that.
I know.
I
I need to work on that.
as odd as and weird as it sounds, like I like the low time
I
better.
do
You
too.
know what I'm
I
saying?
do too. Hundred
Um,
percent. I turn into like a little dickhead when we go up. I get ready
yeah,
and
bro. I like
pompous.
getting all fucking mad. I'm like, here we go. Everyone like getting all hyped up, and it's just like,
I can't.
but
I get caught up in it a lot. I gotta work
I
on that.
didn't. We had that little run where I saw a bunch of new eons, on my timeline, and then and then I guess we would, I don't know. I didn't see them after that. It was just kind of
Yeah,
like You know what I'm saying? It's just like happens all the time. You know, it's just like
Yeah, I've seen a lot lose the faith. You know, some that were posting, and then they're like,
they didn't
"I'm
have the
out."
faith.
Yeah,
They didn't have the faith. They were just, everyone just puts the emojis on to get the fucking the likes and the comments and the follows. You know.
I don't like that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that annoys me. But yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you gotta.
What are you gonna do? You know.
If
That's
you
why I like to, everyone's always like, oh, you gotta follow, everyone with the emojis, and I'm like,
no,
bro, no, bro, like that's
hell no.
literally the snake. You know what I'm saying? Like, do not like at least look at his profile. You know what I'm saying? See what they're posting. Like, at least, you know what I'm saying? Because they'll
Yeah,
get you. You know?
I struggle with that a little bit, man. I like want to be supportive, but then I'm like, are you really like? Sometimes you can just tell. You can tell, like who's actually
Yeah,
believes it and not. You can tell.
absolutely. Well, you can kind of maybe follow them and kind of just see what they're doing, but eventually you'll be like, all right, like I get it. This guy's not really. It's I guess it's just something you figure out the longer you're in the cognosphere,
Yeah, yeah, it
and you're just
is.
paying attention. You're not paying attention to the outside noise. You're just kind of paying attention to what's going on right
Yeah,
now,
yeah.
within the community. So
It's funny you say that too. That you kind of enjoy the downtones more. Dubbing with Hat said that as well. Said he really enjoyed like when it's going down. It's like he feels like his posts just get better.
yeah, no, it's funny, man. You just like you start fighting TradFi more.
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
Dude,
well, fuck you, like.
dude, Batman was such an inspiration. He going after Kruger.
Oh my God, dude!
Seriously.
I'm so happy he didn't stop.
No, yeah, that was impressive.
I'm
I
so
was,
happy he
yeah,
didn't stop because
I was like, I'm over this, but he kept going.
yeah,
Yeah,
nah, man. Because like honestly, like for me, I'm not gonna waste my time on it,
yeah,
But I'm glad he did. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
He
And that just
believed in
goes
it.
to show, like, you know, you know, every Eon can like make a difference in any way they feel, they can, right? Like that's how
Yep.
he felt he could, right? Because like he went on there and this guy made him feel some type of way, and he was like, "All right, you little fucking TradFi boomer, whatever, I'm gonna flip you." You know what I'm saying? And so he
Yeah,
did, right? Like he did.
yeah.
He flipped Fred upside down and gave him a spanking, right? So, no, just kidding, Fred. You probably won't watch this, but you should. But yeah, man, no props to Batman, man. He's actually local, kind of where I'm around.
Oh, really? Awesome, awesome.
I actually got this gear the same store he got his.
No way. I see y'all real
Yeah,
close.
yeah, we're probably about an hour or so away from each
That's
other. But
awesome.
we've never met, we've never met
Yeah,
until
y'all have to at some point. That's cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's good. I think. Wait. No, never mind. Yeah, he's. Well, I think. So, you're in Jersey? Or
Yeah, I'm in the tri-state area for sure.
gotcha. Yeah, I think Cryptic Mang. He's in upstate New York, and
Okay.
Nick is
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Massachusetts. I think. Maybe you're wrong
Oh,
about that,
really?
but
I went to
northeast.
school in upstate New York.
Really?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the Northeast. Cal
Is
lives in New
there?
York. Cal's in New York City. Um,
Okay. Yeah,
um,
yeah.
I mean, I've just well, I shouldn't say a lot. I should say I know of several, but there's a couple. I'm in South Carolina. There's a couple people in South Carolina.
Well, we all got to get on. We all got to meet on Wall Street.
Yes, yes, that'll be quite the
Why
trek for
not?
me. That yeah, that would be
So
good. That would be
spend,
good.
you and the wifey spend a little, weekend in New
You want?
York or something. You're like, all right, we're going to Wall Street for a second. Is your wife in Eon?
No, no,
Oh, what do you
she
mean?
doesn't get crypto at all.
Does she DCA at least?
No.
You DCA for her?
Yeah, yeah. I do enough DC for both of us.
That's good.
We share finances, so maybe it counts.
Someone's got to. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she allows
Someone's
me
got
to
to.
do it. She doesn't get freaking pissed off at me, so
So
there's that.
she's like, yeah, I think he's right though.
Is your girlfriend into it or no?
She's not into it, but she DCA's on my belief, I guess.
She's got that borrowed conviction. Hey, that'll be
Yeah,
alright. But you got hardcore conviction, so
I tell her you can't. Yeah, so I tell her all the time. I said, don't just be like buying it because of me. I told her at the beginning. I was like, I don't want you to buy it because you're just gonna say you bought it because of me because you're not going down the rabbit hole, right? But
right.
um, but yeah, but it's funny. We actually had a pretty good talk the other day about it because she's still asking questions.
Yeah.
He's just like, why, why SPX? Like this, whatever. And then I kind of actually went down the cypherpunk origins to
Yeah.
begin with, and then I kind of built up to like the BTC
Yeah.
and kind of ETH and these meme coins and whatever, the
Yeah.
timeline of crypto and um, where it's going essentially, right? And
Yeah.
tied it all in. And she kind of understood a little bit more. I felt like for the first time, and I was like, oh, okay, cool,
Yeah.
So
It's such an awesome thing, and
yeah,
it's such a special thing. Yeah, I wish everybody could understand it because it's really cool. But I mean, I
I'm
think more people will over time. But
yeah, I'm actually gonna meet a buddy of mine tomorrow. I think I'm gonna help him set up like a wallet, and
awesome.
he's gonna like start DCAing into some
And
coins.
it's only going to get easier with the Coinbase listing coming. That'll be easy to onboard people.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah.
In terms of just how they like to do things, Coinbase and all the exchanges. So it's like
True.
we'll see.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
even with like a Phantom wallet or something, like
Yeah.
stuff like that, like
Yeah. I use. Where do you do your main DCA? What do you use?
unfortunately right now I'm just using Base because the fees are so low.
Cool. Cool.
But I always bridge back to ETH and then put it on my cold.
I do most of mine on Solana. I'm a Solana god, so I love Solana.
Yeah, I think I would like to use Jupiter more. I
I
think
use
just
Jupiter. Yep.
because I don't want to be on the base chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd rather be I'd rather be on ETH, right?
ETH's
Obviously,
the
I want
best. Yeah.
SPX.
ETH is
Yeah,
the
but
most
if
important.
if I had to pick the Solana wormhole or base, I would prefer. I do have some on Solana,
Yeah.
but it's just easier with like the the Coinbase wallet. You just like can literally on ramp from the wallet
It is
through
cool. Yeah.
the exchange, and it's like USD is free on there. You just upload it. You could swap it to the it goes to the wallet for free.
Yeah. Yeah, the base
So
chain's doing good things, and I'm just I've just I was a Solana trench guy before, so I'm
yeah,
very used to Solana now.
I'm not. I was like trying to figure out a little bit how like the liquidity pools work and things like that, and I did find some interesting things out, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'd love to pick your brain on that. I'm sure you know a lot about that, a little bit more than
I
me.
probably don't. I'm not that technical on
Really?
it. No, not really.
Well, it was just more so about
I mean, you can ask it. Maybe I do, but if you're
just like
curious,
in terms of like each chain's liquidity
liquidity. Yep.
pool, and like say like someone on base tries to sell all their SPX,
Right.
like with the liquidity, what it looks like, what happens to like I don't know how it all is connected essentially. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. Well, I think what would happen is there's that the bridge between ETH and base. So if I mean, first of all, if somebody has a lot on base and they just try to eat all the liquidity, that wouldn't be a wise move because that would destroy the price.
I was just gonna say
It would
their price, right?
it would
They're like
it would crater the price on base temporarily, and then ETH people who actually have people who were
liquidity pool
providing
set up.
they will
Yeah,
move
yeah,
it back over and
yeah,
buy it
yeah,
up
yeah.
to bring the price back up and arbitrage it. So if you would be
Okay.
very very stupid to
Yeah,
sell
yeah.
a shit ton
That's
on
what I'm
base. It's
saying.
not smart.
Yeah, yeah. That's
But
what I'm
but the
saying.
price would stabilize. It would crater for like a minute and then it would stabilize because people would be arbing it back.
See, like I don't understand that, like those like things about like I'm trying to learn more about that, because I
Yeah.
hear about it, and so
Okay,
like,
I thought you were. I thought you were talking about super. I'm sorry, I was thinking super technical, but no. So
nah, bro.
basically,
Hey,
how it
bro,
works.
I'm a plumber, bro.
Okay, so basically, and I'm not the best at it, but basically, there's the ETH is the main chain. Then we have, and you
Right.
know that. Then the base is built on ETH, and it's got its own
Yeah.
separate liquidity. It's all separate, layer two, whatever. Solana is got its own liquidity and all that. So, and there's a bridge between Ethereum and Solana through the wormhole.
Right.
So
Yeah.
whenever they need more liquidity on Solana, that gets provided from Ethereum. Everything goes back to Ethereum.
I got you.
And
Okay,
same for
that
the
makes-
base. Base and Solana are basically they function the same way. I think the difference is it's just there's a native bridge between Ethereum and Base because it's a layer two
because of the Ethereum.
because it's a layer two of Ethereum.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But with Solana, it's more disconnected, and they need that wormhole that connects it. So it's a little more disjointed.
Okay.
But anyways, there's actually I think there's more liquidity on Solana than Base. I think, but
No, there is.
Yeah.
It's like more lock liquidity too. I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
But
But
I was
no-
just curious because like it came out on base, and I was like, oh, like maybe I'll just DCA here because it's literally no fees. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
free.
And so
You know?
Solana is basically too.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, but then it's like I got to go through the Phantom wallet, or I guess that's why
Yeah.
I would rather prefer like doing a Jupiter, um,
But you can
DCA.
if you got the base wallet,
Yeah.
you can do a Solana on base as
No,
well.
you can't, bro. They don't let you. They don't let you use Solana on that fucking wallet, bro. It's crazy.
I thought they added it.
Really? When?
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure
know.
they've added it. Look into. I'm
Really?
pretty sure they've added it. Yeah, I'm almost
Because
positive.
because that's why I have like the Phantom. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, well, it doesn't accept Solana tokens because it's just
Okay,
base and
there's the base wallet and there's the Coinbase wallet. You're not talking about the centralized exchange. You're talking about the base wallet. That's the
yeah,
decentralized
yeah,
wallet.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
you should have Solana. There should be Solana in
Really?
there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I gotta check again.
Just
Yeah.
check. It's relatively new. So maybe
Okay.
it's
All right. Maybe. Yeah. Well,
yeah.
I just
Double
don't
check
even
it.
look for it anymore. I just keep buying, like on base and just
I mean, I don't think that. I don't. Think, I
bringing
think it's.
over.
I mean, in a lot of ways,
Yeah.
base is better because the bridge is more native. So you could argue base is
Well, that's what I
better.
was just thinking about too when we were
Yeah.
talking about it because it's layer two. I was like, well, does it make a difference because it's native? Like, does it affect it in a different way?
I
But
think I think base or Solana are both safe. There's even a SUI thing now. That's low liquidity. That would be a little.
I, that's what I saw. I saw it got on there, and
Yeah.
then I just haven't heard anything since. From it. I
It's
guess it's
there.
more.
There's a few people who own it. I think that's
It's
super
just.
low liquidity.
So, I mean, do you think the Sui chain will grow
I mean, a
moving
lot of people
forward?
say it will. I don't know.
Yeah, is it like the next Solana type thing? Like the
That's the
next one
that's
coming up. That's
that's the
that's the play.
narrative at
Yeah, that's the
least.
narrative. Yeah,
It
I
might
don't
be,
know.
or it may just be the narrative. We'll see. The bear market will prove it out. That
Yeah,
so
yeah,
out
for
of the
sure.
bear market proved that out. So for it, so we'll
Okay.
see. I do think I've used it some. I'm just not. I actually owned Sue for a while. Then I ended up swapping it on to SPX, which was a good
Oh,
move.
really?
So,
Yeah.
but
No, hey,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
It's always
There's
a good move when you swap to
yeah.
SPX.
There you go. Exactly. Every time I'm like, should I do it? I already have a good bet. Every time it's ended up being a good decision. So
Yeah.
with any of my
Nice.
other stuff, but
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Yeah, the only one I'd be concerned with is probably Sui. The others I think are fine. But
No, I wouldn't
Ethereum is
go on
definitely the
Sui.
best. I don't like DCAing on Ethereum though. It's so fucking slow.
You can't. I mean, for me,
Yeah,
I
it's
can't.
too
You know
much.
what I'm
The
saying?
fees are crazy. Yeah.
It's what I'm saying, especially like, and the market's at different times, right? So it's like sometime I'd look at it, it's like $6 for a transaction. I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of money, bro. Like
Yeah.
chill out. That's a lot of tiny coins I can get. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on a second. Like, if I do this, a couple times a week, that's a lot of tiny coins I'm missing. So,
Yeah, no, you can't do it.
I
Yeah.
can't be missing out on that. I can't let them win with them fucking fees.
Yeah, no. Ethereum's for big boys to DCA
Yeah.
on.
I'm just a little ass Eon.
Yeah, no, exactly. Keep the fees minimal, man.
What do you
Yeah.
bridge at all? Because I just
No,
use
yeah, I
the
do.
portal. The
Yeah,
portal.
I use the
One.
wormhole bridge thing. Yeah, the wormhole. Remember, I moved like Solana to it. I've never. I don't think I own any on base. I don't think.
Yeah.
And I have
You bridge.
yeah.
You bridge your Solana wormhole back to Ethereum.
I have a pretty big bag of Solana wormhole. Basically, I have the way I do it is I do have some that I may or may not sell some at different points, and then I have some on Ethereum. The one I have on Ethereum, I will never sell.
Right.
That's like my
Yeah.
forever bag.
Yeah.
So whenever I bridge it to Ethereum, my plan is to never sell it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, but I do
Kinda-
have some on Solana that I may sell at some point and that sort of thing.
Right.
But the Ethereum is like, to me, long term bag you want to put on Ethereum.
Yeah. Just yeah. I mean that's the native
Yeah.
blockchain.
It's the safest, and theoretically and probably practically, it is. Like I'm not worried about Solana base, but theoretically, Ethereum's definitely safest.
Well, without Ethereum, you wouldn't be able to put the power of the stock market into each coin. So
Exactly.
so it's like why wouldn't you keep Ethereum?
Exactly. I saw something that was kind of weird. I saw one coin like bridging from Solana to Ethereum. I'm like, that seems weird. Like, I don't really get like that. They're Solana native,
And
I'm like, oh,
and I did was I like mistaken when I first read just being me on that like SPX was one of the first
yeah.
coins to bridge to base.
They were one of the first to
And,
bridge to
and
Solana.
okay,
And
I heard that, but were they
yeah.
one of the first to bridge to base as well?
I
Like
think so.
as an Ethereum meme coin.
I think so, yeah. Or definitely one of the first. But they were like the first with Solana. I'm not sure about base, but definitely the first
Really?
with Solana, yeah.
Yeah, now you see everyone like bridge into different chains, But
Yes.
I guess, that just all solidifies like, you know, a strong community, right? Like you're
Yeah.
trying to be multi-chain, you're not just trying to like extract off Solana and whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I think multi-chain is great. I think it's smart because there's more
I
places for people
mean,
to buy it.
that's, I mean, I'm helping my boy set up a Solana DCA. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
because the Coinbase it takes too much to set up. Like you got to do the whole Coinbase.com. You got to do the
Yeah.
this and that, and then Solana you can just like put your debit card on there. Honestly,
That's awesome. Yeah. With Phantom
oh
is
my,
integrated now.
A Phantom wallet.
It's
Yeah, yeah. You can
integrated
like.
that well now.
I
Damn.
think you can do like a debit. You can just do like your checking account or
Wow.
something. Like, yeah, you just like like you're doing Apple. You can do Apple Pay.
Wow, dude, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's
it's limited.
so
There's a limit,
right.
obviously to those things because obviously, like,
Yeah.
but yeah, man, they're integrating that on those like Phantom wallets and shit, bro. It's crazy. They're just
Yeah.
getting ready for the next,
Yeah.
they're just getting ready for what's about to happen. They're like, all right,
Yeah. And
when
there's
everyone
gonna
downloads
be,
this wallet, I need them to be able to use the Apple Pay. Like,
and we have to stay vigilant because there's gonna be so many scammers out. Oh my god. Whenever that
yeah,
happens, it's gonna get 1,000 times worse with the
yeah.
scammers.
That's what I always tell my girl that I'm like, don't click any email. It says Coinbase.
Don't click nothing.
Like don't click no text that says your Coinbase has been asked to be open.
Oh
Because
god.
we get them all the time.
Yeah.
Do you get
Oh
those?
yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
I just ignore everything. Yeah.
yeah. But I tell her, I was like, even if you get scared right away, just like think about it and be like, wait, it's a scam. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because like that's what they prey on. You
Yeah.
just to be reading it and then you're like, oh shit, what happened? You click on it, boom, done.
What would you say to someone who has no idea about SPX and about SPX 6900 but is interested?
You see, that's kind of like an interesting question because who like does this person know anything about? It's like almost what Murad was saying about your treasury question, right? Do they know about crypto or do they not know about crypto? So it's like a different starting point, right? But
That's true.
I guess if it's just one of my friends who doesn't even understand Bitcoin, um man, it's such a hard question to answer for someone like that. I like
That
to I
is
like
difficult. Yeah.
I like to start it off honestly as it's the new stock market. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just go at with that sometimes. I'm like, oh, it's crypto, and then like, oh, there's like this new stock market on chain or something like that, and then
Yeah.
I kind of just introduce it to them as more of an investment, like a long-term investment, as opposed to you know essentially the story behind SPX right away. It's kind of like, hey, like are you looking to invest or whatever? If you are, you know, there are some avenues in crypto that are forming that we can take advantage of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then I kind of just go into like, maybe Bitcoin. I keep it very generic and like
Yeah.
normal, and I'm like, Bitcoin is kind of like, your news, your S&P 500, right? It's
I think
kind of
that's a
like
great way to think.
and
Put it.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, Bitcoin's like the new version of S&P 500. Like it's going to outperform, the 500, but as we move forward, it's not going to be
The
as
best. Yeah.
advantageous of an investment, right? Let's just put it at that. So, and it's like, you know, they're, and I tell them like, like 10 years ago when crypto was evolving to what it is, Bitcoin was, an amazing
Cutting
investment.
edge. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, cutting edge investment, things like that. And I tell them like, now, as we see the world is changing still, like there's still those investments out there, right? There's still cutting edge things that are happening all the time. Um, and I tell them like, it starts with meme coins, and I kind of go into like a meme coin and, um, how there's been tens of thousands of them or whatever, and like how those have kind of like slowly trickled down into what, we call cult or movement coins. And, throughout the past year or so, like you've seen the formation of all those communities, right, on Twitter and things like that. So for me, I just let them know like I've been in the space for a while and kind of just what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Um, and then when I tell them to invest in SPX, they kind of just they don't even care like about the meme, bro. They don't ask, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like they don't ask about like, oh, is it a meme coin? They're just like, oh, it's a cryptocurrency that like
that people is hot, is cool, is cutting edge.
that you can invest
Yeah,
in, and
she can invest in.
it's
Yeah,
kind of like a good hedge against Bitcoin and the
yeah,
market, and something I can DCA and then kind of hold on to for 4 or 5 years and see where it goes,
cool.
you know? Because like a buddy of mine, I'll never forget, he was telling me, he's like, hey man, like my girlfriend holds Trump. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh, well, you might want to just swap that for SPX. And he's like,
yeah,
I don't know, like Trump might be a good player for 4 years. So that's kind
yeah,
of like the retail mindset,
yeah,
and they're holding a meme coin,
yeah,
right? Not just a meme coin, but like a shitty, literally the institutional meme coin, right? Like,
yeah,
so it's like, wow. So obviously everyone's just looking for an investment,
yeah.
that can
Right.
help them in the future. They're not trying to go all in on something right away,
No.
right? So, all right, just DCA this coin. You don't even got to put a lot into it.
Yeah.
And then, if they do ask me, like, why do you believe in it so much? Then I can kind of go into like, where, the origins of it and just the community and everything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's a long conversation to be had, which is circling back to my point about Reddit.
Yep.
It helps those conversations kind of move along a little bit. I've seen, in just the short time that we're there.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah,
but
no,
yeah,
it's
man, like
permanent. Yeah.
it's like almost like I'm like back recruiting again, like when I'm coaching, I'm just like talking to people, kind of engaging in conversation and just really trying to help people, to be
Yeah.
completely honest. And like I said earlier, why I left coaching is because I felt like I wasn't really helping anybody. Like why am I going to tell this kid to go to college, right? Whatever, build up a loan, etc.
Yeah.
So but yeah, man, like SPX is just I can't really explain it in words, except for like it's a future digital asset that's like kind of just forming. You can't really explain it because it's still like
Yeah.
developing. Um,
Yeah. That's the
but
that's the
but
thing.
there is a solidified market for it for sure. Like
Yeah.
it's stood the test of the market is like, all right, these are like meme coins are things. Number one, right?
Yeah.
First of all, I don't even know who made Doge. Like who made the first like who made Dogecoin?
It's some, well, there is a there that we do know who did that actually. It was he's on Twitter actually, but his handle on Twitter is Shibatoshi Nakamoto or something like that, and he sold all his coins.
Right.
He created it as a joke, and like he had some coins from the beginning, and he sold them all for a car, and that's like a meme.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he has like no coins at all, and but he's got like a popular Twitter account, but he owns none of it. He has nothing to do with it anymore.
So was that was like the first meme coin, or was there other meme
Basically,
coins during that time? Like I don't know.
I think there were
Like all of
other
a sudden
maybe a
he
few
just
more.
launched Dogecoin, and that was like, oh wow, a meme coin.
I don't know
Like
how it took off. I don't know.
who planted the meme coin in crypto is my question, right? Like was it the people buying Bitcoin and Ethereum and like fuck, I can't get my gains anymore. Like let's make a meme coin and we'll just buy the meme coin instead. Because that's what happens, right?
Yeah,
They created their own little meme coin cycle, and now you're seeing, you're going to see them just invest in the ones that, you know, they had us build essentially. You know what I'm saying? Or however you want to look
yeah,
at it, right? You know what
exactly.
I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's like they're going to invest in the strongest ones because they got a lot of money that they want to move around and whatever, right? So
yeah. Nobody, and
these,
that's the cool thing about SPX. Nobody knows who actually created it because the dev was a douchebag, sold everything,
yeah,
rugged it
for sure.
basically. I think I love that. I love that the
Yeah,
dev
yeah,
has
yeah,
nothing to do with it anymore.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I
Don't even
mean,
know who it is actually.
that shit. I feel like those are only things that crypto people ask, bro. Like no one's asking
Yes.
me who the
See,
dev is. Like they don't even know what a dev is. Like they're just like, can
I
I make
don't
some
fucking
fucking
care.
money, bro? Like what am I investing in? How do I fucking buy it? They're not like,
That's what.
who's the
Sorry.
dev? What's the token? No one's asking me that shit. They don't even
Only
know.
crypto bros give a shit about that.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Seb
funny.
actually made that point too. He made a video saying, "Yeah, I got this guy to get in. It was so easy. I just said, yeah, if you put like 1 pound a day in over the next 4 years, you'll at least probably turn that into 20 pounds. It's like so easy."
It really is, bro. And that's like the mindset that we're all looking at it. It's
Yeah,
like we're not just like in here for the entry and
yeah,
like to sell it when it goes up and be like, yeah, I made all this money, right? Like we're like you're actually building something.
yes,
That's why we DCA. You know what I'm saying? It's like helps you persist forever and grow. You're not just here looking at a chart. Like obviously, what you know, majority of people who come to crypto are here for. But you find out like, hey, there's actually something that's actually worth of more value here than just making a couple dollars.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's an important mindset. I think that's been the mindset since the beginning, and that's why it's been succeeding. So we have to carry that on to
Oh,
actually build it.
absolutely. I don't know anything else, but 6,400 more S&Ps. That's all I know, bro. The girl is cute forever. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah, I love that hat too. Did you get that from
I
which
got,
which?
I got
There's
this.
so many of them now.
Who?
Yeah.
Would you say I get this from what?
Which? Who's selling that one? There's a lot of stores now.
No, I had this made at the store in the mall, bro.
Oh, did you?
I
Okay.
walked in there and I had the JPEG of the hat or the PNG that the hat someone made,
Ah,
remember?
okay.
And I
Gotcha.
walked in
Gotcha.
and I was like, yo, bro, I need this hat.
Nice.
And then I had the shirts made as well.
So you just made your own stuff. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just made a couple shirts because I was gonna
Awesome.
buy it, but then I was like, I don't know if it's gonna fit. Like, you know how it
Yeah.
is, right? So it's like, let me just go get this made. And I actually pulled up the website on the guy's computer and was like, because he needed the logo.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
oh, can I just pull up the website and go to the brand kit? He's like, yeah, yeah, sure, because he was into crypto.
Ah,
Right?
okay. Gotcha.
And so I pull it up and whatever I show him the brand kit, I'm like, oh, can you just use that for the logo? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. And I was like, have you heard of it? He goes, oh no. And I was like, oh, so like, what are you in crypto for? He's like, oh, I'm kind of looking for like the next Doge. And I was like, well, you're looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it. Right. And like, I was like, like we're trying to flip the stock market. Like, you can see the hat I'm trying to make. Like,
Yeah.
that's the goal. And, whatever, I leave, walk around the mall for like hours, waiting for the shit to be done. Right. I come back and he's like, oh, it's all ready. And I was like, oh, did you buy any yet? And he goes, yeah, man, I definitely did. Because
Awesome.
I'm sure, because it was at a time where I think it was at like, like maybe in March or like
Oh, so you got
April
a
or
good entry.
April or something like that, where it was like, he like looked at it and he was like, okay, I know what I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? So he was looking at that, not in the sense of maybe what I wanted him to look at it for, but
Sure.
either way, he kind of got his intro into it, and I got to go back there and make some more gear, and hopefully he's there.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What's your most favorite SPX meme?
I don't even know if I can pick one. Let me see, man. There's so many. I don't want to. Honestly, it has to be the video that memed me, bro.
The
It has to
original
be
one.
has to be the Genesis video because that
Yeah.
literally memed the piss out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was literally I was like this on my fucking screen. Like paying attention, and I'm like trying to like, all right, yeah, advanced blockchain. I was like, bro, they put the stock market in the coin. Like, this is some utility, bro. Like, in my mind, it was all going so fast, bro. And I'm like, what the? And then they got me when the shit went crazy and, like, 90 or whatever, bro. I was like, okay, they got me.
Oh my god, that was
But
great.
it's great. No, it was awesome, man. That's literally my favorite video. I can't get enough of
I
that.
call it retro now. It's good retro content.
Oh, dude, that's classic, bro. You can't beat that. It's still on the website too. It's
Yeah.
still the first video you see. I just went to the website the other day.
Yeah, I haven't gone to the original website. Whenever I want to, honestly, I use the aeon6900.com the most because
I
it's got
send
the
the Aeon
holders
six.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I send that to other people. Like I've been sending
yeah.
that to people on Reddit, the Aeon 6900
I
website.
think it's better. No offense to the
Um,
original, but
no, in terms of like people like trying to do research on it,
yeah,
like the Aeon 6900 has more. But you know,
the OG's funny and
the other one
awesome.
got me, bro.
It works.
You know what I'm saying?
It still works.
Don't fade it, as Nick would say. Don't fade the OG website.
It's more
It'll fucking
content.
get you. I think
Whatever
they
works.
might have updated it like a few months ago.
Oh, did they?
I
I
think
need
there's
to
like
go
a
look
couple
at it.
different there's a couple different things on there than the original.
Is it still like old school looking and kind of
Yeah,
weird?
it's still like Wall Street newspaper type of article,
Yeah.
white. Yeah, it's very tradfi for sure.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Just a couple more questions. Sorry, go ahead.
What's your favorite meme,
Oh,
bro?
my favorite meme. Oh, that's a good question. Um, Damn, that is a hard question, isn't it?
That's why I had you.
I should have actually thought of what my favorite was. I didn't. I haven't.
It could be an OG one.
Yeah. I hmm. Oh, I know what it is. Fliptoria made that video of like they're like dancing. It's got Murad in the middle, and it's
And the
got
marine on the side and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And they're like dancing. It says "Raid Hard" coming
Oh,
at
really?
you.
I did
Fucking
remember seeing those. I
hilarious.
did remember seeing those. Those are great. And they said like believe in something, some of them and stuff on them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, I love. I haven't seen their videos in a long time. I don't think they made anything in a while, but I love
yeah.
that stuff. That I think they made that back in March or April or something.
Oh,
That's my
really?
most favorite content. Is that
Yeah.
one where they're dancing to the what's the name of that band or that artist? Can't remember the name of the artist, but anyways, I love that song and I love
I
that
know
video.
which memes you're talking about because I've seen those with Murad
The
dancing and
weekend. It's got the
yeah,
weekend
yeah,
song.
yeah. And
So good.
the dancing.
Oh my god, it just cracks me up.
I love making my own, honestly. Like some of the ones I make, I just crack myself up when I'm making them.
I did too.
I'm like, bro, it's just so funny. Like, how are you not laughing? You know?
Oh yeah, I did too. I love it. Oh man, what do you think about the recent abundance of X spaces and like live content? How do you? Because I feel like we've had a bit of a hole. Like we had the
Mhm.
weekly one and that went away. It's I think Nicole's tired of doing it. I think
Yeah, no, I
basically. What do you
think,
think about that?
I mean, I think it's great that, Nicole doesn't have to be run spaces all the time. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what we want.
Yeah,
Like that's good. Like that's definitely a positive for not only SPX but like the movement communities or the pure belief assets as a whole, right? Because you've seen them, they're all kind of doing spaces now too, right? Because they're like, oh, okay, this is what you should do, and but no, I think it's awesome. Like I've been listening to the Auto Heal podcast that
yeah, he's
the
been
Juice
doing
is
great.
on.
Yeah,
I try and listen to those. Like I listened to that on the way home from work today because it was like last night, and I'm not up at 8 o'clock at night listening to podcasts
yeah,
or spaces. But but yeah, Seb's on Monday was awesome, and it's like
that
a
was
weekly
great.
Monday thing. I just think it's a good way for when people come to Twitter, right? Eventually, and they're able to kind of see what's going on with SPX, and they jump into a space, and it's also an amazing place for all of us just to hang out and get to chat and bullshit. I think too.
Yeah, I love when you were on it the other day. I don't remember which one it was, but you were like walking or something. And
Yeah, me
I
and
thought that was great.
well, Slow texted. He texted me. It was like Saturday, I
It
think.
was slows. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
he DM'd me and I was like Eon Online. I think was the space name.
Yeah,
But
that one was
he just
awesome. I loved
he
that
just
one.
he just DM'd me at like 2 o'clock. He's like, "Yo, are you available like 4?" He's like, "I think we're in the same like time frame." And I was like,
Yeah,
"Yeah, I'm out right now, but I'll be around. I'll hop in." I think I hopped in at like 4:30, and we just kept that shit going till forever.
that was a blast. That one
Yeah,
was great.
yeah. No, it was definitely fun hanging out because like I think everyone came on and kind of
Did
had something to say.
Cal joined for a minute? Right? Was that the
Cal
one?
was in there. Tom Bell was on there for a while, chatting it up.
That was what was so weird. I had that weird out of body experience for a second. I was like, I've just the first time I've talked to you. And I feel like I've talked to you 1,000 times. And I think
Oh
I
yeah,
blurted
no,
that out. I was just like, "What
yeah.
the fuck?
I
This
think
is
just
weird."
watching all your videos. I mean, I feel like that would happen with like everybody too. Who's
Yeah,
in the cognosphere. It's just like man, like I
yeah,
just feel like we literally have been hanging out for months on end
yeah.
every day, literally. And it's just like yeah,
You don't think
we
about it though. Like
yeah,
I hadn't really thought about it
like
exactly.
we kind of do know each other, in a
Yeah,
sense. Like you can
absolutely.
definitely, you can understand people by what they tweet and especially Eons, they're always tweeting what they feel and think. So it's like, okay, like you get a vibe on him and,
Yeah,
over time you start to understand. Now with the videos that you got, it's easier for me to be like, oh, yeah, there's Chad Calvin out
yeah.
there.
I love that's why I love making them. I love people making them too. So I think that's great. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to do it. Is like I don't know, it makes it more real. You know.
No, like the proof of humanity is important. I
Yeah.
think that's a concept that is lost on crypto Twitter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
like, and we have that. And it's actually funny that you bring that up because I just downloaded CapCut. Um,
Cool.
I used to love making videos like in high school and stuff. I used to like make
Oh,
like,
sweet. Okay.
my basketball highlights and
Sure.
like we were the kids with like the video camcorder, filming
Nice.
filming us doing stupid shit and like putting it on the PC and like putting
Yeah.
it
Oh
on
yeah.
the disc or
The
whatever,
disc.
like
Hell yeah. Put it on a
using the
DVD.
using the Logitech, webcam, like the
Mm-hmm.
original ones to like
Yep.
film shit and just making videos like that and
Yeah.
I've always like liked kind of editing, but I didn't have I didn't like. I'm not going to use like Final Cut Pro and stuff.
Okay, let me ask
And
you,
I
where
just
did you download the CapCut on your phone or on the
the
computer?
desktop.
Dude, I will say, and maybe you will feel differently when you start doing it. The phone, I would recommend the phone, man. It's easy.
I use a phone. I have this one app called VivaCut. I use my phone for that, and it's kind of simple. It's very simple, honestly.
Yeah.
And I know TikTok is very simple on my phone, so I do agree
But
where you're trying to say. I've
yeah,
never used it, so I wouldn't know.
yeah.
But
Try CapCut on the phone. For me, it's much quicker for me to make them. Like I try to. I downloaded the desktop. I was trying to use it. I was like, I'm slower
yeah,
with this. I'm way faster
yeah,
with the phone.
yeah. With
Just
your thumbs
saying,
and
but
shit.
maybe you'll
Yeah.
feel differently. I don't know.
I've used like iMovie back in the day, so like
So you got okay.
that whole UI is kind of somewhat familiar, but there is a
Gotcha.
lot on there that you have to still navigate, right? So the phone definitely probably simplifies it, and
The
I
CapCut's
kind of
cool though. The desktop version's good. Also, you can like just do it through the browser, and it works pretty damn well too. Like you don't even got to download it. You just
oh
like use
really?
it
Yeah,
through the
yeah.
browser. It's pretty good too.
No, well, Hype, we just we got a Telegram going for like SPX video
Oh, okay.
people interested in doing videos and stuff, and so he kind of Hype actually shout out to Hype hooking that up, so there's a
What does he use? Curious. Do you know?
I think he was saying I think I saw someone say he used like Adobe Premiere, I think, but he was I think he's gonna start like doing some maybe like little courses with CapCut, I think, for somebody or like just for us, on Twitch
Cool.
or something like that or whatever. But
I make simple videos too, though. So if you're trying to make some more complex shit, mine would
bro,
probably not be
honestly,
good.
I have so many ideas for videos. All I need to do is like do like I want to be able to hold an image over somebody's body as they're moving through the screen,
Okay.
right? You see that a lot on like the CapCut
Oh yeah,
probably.
you're talking about
And it's
putting an image of somebody's like
like
face
if
or something.
like I put an E on a real person,
Oh yeah,
me, a
yeah,
real person. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like it just follows the person through the video.
Now that works better. I will say that's better on desktop. Doing that kind of
Right.
thing.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
better on
Shit like
desktop.
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you can do. I've done that on the phone. You could do it.
Yeah.
You could tell it to go there, like start it there, and then what you'll do is you'll it's called a capture and a keyframe, and then the
You
head will
hold
say
it.
yeah. So it will say you put it up there, and then you'll do a keyframe. So the head goes down here, and then you'll stop, and then you'll move it over there. Keep another keyframe. Then they move back up. You move it back up, and then it'll follow it.
Oh, so you just go with their frames and you just move it.
But
They
you
just
got,
give you the.
but if they're super jaggedy, it's kind of annoying because you have to do a lot of keyframes to make it not look
Okay.
shitty.
I got you. Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
it's like
Okay.
a
That's
super,
interesting
if
though.
it's just like this or super simple motions, it's
Or
easy.
like if someone's just like walking or something.
Yeah, it's easy,
I got you. Yeah.
super
That's
easy.
cool. I didn't. That's cool. That's actually it's a crazy feature that they have.
Yeah, and you
To
can do it
literally
on the phone. Like I've done it on the
just
phone.
follow
Yeah,
keyframes through an app. That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, but like something like because I have like ideas that I want to like use videos and
Yes.
stuff, and I'm like I can't because I don't have the tool to fucking. I'm using not the right tools, right? So
Yeah,
that's why I got CapCut.
yeah, CapCut's the way, man. Even like it's so easy to use.
When I
I'm
first started trying to make stuff, you couldn't get CapCut in the U.S. like a year ago, right?
yeah.
Remember they like banned it, and then I just never went back to it.
Oh yeah, that's
Someone,
right. You're
someone
right.
told me months ago, they're like, "No, you can get it again." I was like, "Ah, whatever," So that's why
No,
I haven't
it's the
been on it.
best.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
the
That's what
best.
everyone says. So
It's unbelievable. It's actually crazy how good it is, to be honest.
yeah,
Because I could never make those videos. Like back in the day, like trying to like the old school way of making stuff. Dude, fuck, I was awful at that. I could never have made the shit I make now.
yeah. No, it's definitely interesting. Even like using the app that I have, I'm like, even TikTok, bro. Like making a video on TikTok,
True.
like imagine like that, like you doing that back in the day, like using like that, having that technology for making a
It's
video, bro. It's
incredible.
crazy, bro. Like no wonder all these kids are making crazy videos, like on
Yeah,
TikTok, right? Because it's
it's
just
easier
like,
than ever.
oh my god,
Yeah,
you go on there, you just hold you have the effect, you hold the button down, you let it
yeah,
go, and it's like you put the transition and whatever. It's just crazy how simplified it is to like edit a video.
yeah. It's amazing. Yeah, and that's why I think that's why they've put a lot of investment in CapCut. Is they want to make it as easy as possible, so you can put as much crap on there as possible.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No, I'm excited. I'm hoping I won't have much time this week, but maybe tomorrow night I'm gonna try and jump in on CapCut and do a little something. I was just trying to capture like a screen recording from YouTube before
gotcha.
from the Sandlot. You know the movie The Sandlot, obviously,
Dude,
right?
you know there's websites you can go to that'll just
I was just
download.
gonna ask you if you knew that because my buddy said that he knew a website that you can just like get movie links from and like not have to like screen record. But
There's always like three or four on Google, and one of them might say I can't download this, and one of them eventually one of them will, and I do it all on my phone because desktop
yeah, yeah,
malware
yeah,
bullshit. So
yeah.
phones don't seem to matter. Yeah, I can download YouTube links. Instagram's even easier. Instagram always works, and TikTok is easy too. TikTok, a lot of times you just download it directly from the app.
Yeah, but like, so if I want to do the Instagram, so if you take one from Instagram,
Yep.
you can put that into CapCut without the Instagram
Okay, what you got
watermark.
to do? You got yes. So you could take the Instagram link to that video, whatever you're trying
Yeah.
to get, and then you go to Instagram link to MP4. Type that into Google. It'll come
Okay.
up to the website. Plop that in. And it'll let you download it.
And it won't have the watermark.
Correct.
What is it? Instagram? What you said?
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. I'll send you all these things. I'm sorry. I
But
guess I assumed people knew this stuff.
no,
I
bro,
should
that's
have
the thing.
assumed
Yeah,
that.
no, no. And even like you said before, like with the liquidity pools, like you think that's like like I was like trying to ask you like such a deep, involved question, but it's like, nah, bro, I don't, just basic.
Okay,
You
yeah,
know,
I need
like
to stop assuming things. That's
you
stupid.
you
Yeah.
you have a knowledge that a lot of people don't, especially since you've been in the space for a lot longer, and you kind of
Yeah, it is assumption. Like I kind of just like, oh
yeah,
yeah, everybody knows this stuff, but no,
yeah,
that's a
no,
bad
no,
assumption.
nobody knows anything.
Nobody
You know what I'm
knows
saying? Nobody
fucking
knows
anything.
anything.
I don't
You
either
know?
though. That's the thing is people know a fuck ton more than me. So we're
Yeah,
all dummies
yeah. But
trying to
again, man,
learn.
that's why it's so great to be like a part of the cognosphere, because there's just like so many people that
Dude,
know so many different things, man.
I should probably make a video going through my little process. Maybe that would help somebody.
Yeah, because we don't, you don't really see that in our community, right? Like it's just kind of like the dark web of the video editors that we have, just pumping out like the crazy videos. You're like, where'd this come from? And it's like,
Yeah,
um, you
mine's
know,
very lazy. Like it's once you get if you learn my rhythm, it's not hard. You just
no,
got to
but
know
like,
the little
yeah,
tricks.
that's the thing. Yeah, like downloading, like you said, with the
Yeah.
MP4 link or whatever.
Yeah,
But even like,
literally, I go to Instagram to mine content, is what I call it. I watch the little stupid Instagram. I'm like, oh, that's a funny fucking thing. I'll take
yeah.
that, plop it, put the little SPX stuff on. Cool, good.
Well, it's even like I posted something the other day. It was like this guy gave a winning lottery ticket to somebody,
Yeah,
and I just like put, the
yeah,
cute girl,
exactly.
the cute girl on it, and just like played it, and that's like,
There you go.
not really doing anything crazy, but it's that simple sometimes,
Exactly,
to just get
exactly.
the cognosphere growing on there.
Yep. Yeah, I'll send you links to that stuff.
Yeah, I
It's
appreciate
really
that.
nice. Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it going tomorrow. After I get off work tomorrow, I'm gonna try and jump in and like I'm supposed to go meet my friend tomorrow and tell him how to set up a Phantom wallet, But it's just
Well,
things.
I mean, whenever you got time. The other cool thing
Yeah,
about it when you do it, when you get good on your phone with it, you can fucking do it while you're laying in the bed.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah.
amazing. I
I love
literally
that.
edit half the time on my phone when I'm laying in my bed
Oh,
and my
really?
girlfriend's doing or my wife's doing something or watching TV. Like half the time that's what
Well,
I'm doing.
we gotta be careful of our screen time, bro.
Yeah,
Come on now.
you're not wrong about that.
I know, dude, it's bad.
No, yeah, no, I
Well,
need to
we
turn
all
shut
do
that
it.
shit
We
down.
all do it. We
I
all
know.
do it. You know what I'm saying? But I just try and like. I mean, it's like I try and like stop looking at it like at 9. You know what I'm saying?
You're very intelligent for doing that because I do not do that at all.
Have to, bro. You have to, because otherwise, it's just like, you know what it is looking at the
Hmm.
screen, like, you know what it does to you. So, like, yeah, man. I feel like that's just part of like the cleansing of the auto heal too.
Yep.
All those things, and like just I don't know, kind of like all comes full circle sometimes with SPX.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Two more questions. How bullish are you?
More bullish than Murad.
That's pretty damn bullish. I'm not gonna lie.
That's pretty bullish.
Yeah, flip the stock market.
I
Yeah.
mean, listen, man, like it's literally something, that everyone can relate to. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And I said it the other day, like we don't like there's people we don't even do the same things every day. We don't have the same interest, but we all are affected by the current economic downturn and the change of society, post 2019, right? So,
Yeah.
um, like, now there's actually, an avenue for us to I guess, fight back, right, in a sense, because that's what, that's what it feels like I'm fucking doing every day. That's what we are doing. And, people will start to see that the more, unfortunately, the more number go up and the more people go into crypto, they'll start seeing it more. But yeah, man, like I just don't see it going anywhere anytime soon, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun ride. I think so for sure. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. DCA, what you can, make yourself a fucking Reddit account.
Oh yeah, that's
Get on there. We got to expand the Cognisphere, man. I'm telling you, like,
yep,
And I'm only pushing it so hard because I have to,
yep.
right? Because if I, it's just
That's what you feel led to do, and somebody everybody a lot of times I think people get falling in a trap. Oh, somebody else will do it, but I'm glad you're not
that's
falling
the
for that.
thing. Yeah, everyone's like, because even like when I was, back, when I started, right, I was like, oh, like maybe someone will do this. Like, oh, I have an idea that someone should do this. Like, why don't they
Yes,
do this, right? But it's like, nah, bro, SPX, like you do it yourself. Like you got an idea, like go do it. Like that's what this
yes,
community is about. Like you really want to make a change, go make the change yourself, or like that's. It's not like, hey, let me contact the dev and be like, hey, can you maybe you guys should do this. I got an idea. It's like okay, like, pa 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 pa. It's like the trickle down the ladder effect, and like,
yeah. I hate
nah,
that.
bro,
Yeah,
everybody's in the boardroom here. You know what I'm
yep,
saying? It's like no one's, you know, everyone's involved. So
yeah,
don't, even if you've been in here 6 months and you haven't really, you just been liking and reposting. Like I challenge everybody to just like make themselves feel a little bit uncomfortable and see how well it goes.
yeah, yeah,
You know?
yeah. I think those are definitely good thoughts, for sure. Well, I appreciate you coming on, and I'm glad that you're pushing on Reddit, like you mentioned, and I'm sure everyone appreciates your commitment. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
Even if
everybody does.
if honestly, even if like there wasn't any like appreciation, right? Obviously there is or whatever, but I don't like do it for the flowers. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
do it for her. You know what I'm saying? Like
I love that.
I'm doing it for her, bro. I'm flipping the stock market.
But yeah, we definitely appreciate it. So, and
Hey
yeah, I
man,
think it's good.
it's only I wouldn't be able to have the confidence and know how to go into Reddit and do what I'm trying to do without you know the eons before me kind of like learning me in the ways of the eons on Twitter and things like that, and the art of the art of shilling online,
The
I
art of
guess,
the
right? Yeah.
the art of the shill.
Yeah, the art of the raid and the art of the shill online. So it's like yeah, man, it's awesome. It's
That's good,
cool.
amazing. Well, anyways, I do appreciate everybody listening up to this point. If you could please like, comment, and subscribe, that would be awesome. It really helps the channel. If you aren't following Jeffrey, I'll have his link to his X account below. Until next time, persist forever, Aeons.
Flip the stock market.
Yeah.